no better way to start a football game than this.
Block! Just the kicker to beat. Hamilton using it. Past the 20. Richard Hamilton to the end zone.
I don't know who we're playing, but they better be ready because the Center Grove Trojans are coming.
The field makes the grab at the 40. Donovan McCauley past the 30. One man to beat. Donovan McCauley all the way in.
The streak is finally over, man! The streak is finally over!
Oh my goodness, this game always delivers.
Thank Colin Pop Jones. Cumberland, this is Kyle speaking.
The pizza's here! Yay!
Give me my Papa John's.
The cheese is my favorite. I love the plain.
Is that Supreme?
Good.
I really like it.
They scored touchdowns here. You gotta be able to get these guys off the field to get the game.
Nice punt.
At Tom Wood, we believe you can't put a price on peace of mind, so we don't. With Tom Wood's lifetime powertrain coverage, you're protected for unlimited miles and unlimited time, all at no cost to you. Find the car you want, the way you want at tomwood.com.
Choose a luxury vehicle as unique as you at tomwood.com.
At Tom Wood, we believe you can't put a price on peace of mind, so we don't. With Tom Wood's lifetime powertrain coverage, you're protected for unlimited miles and unlimited time, all at no cost to you. Find the car you want, the way you want at tomwood.com.
The MIC Network Game of the Week is a proud product of Frontrunner Media's Next Generation initiative. Thanks to Frontrunner, the MIC Network Game of the Week allows students around the MIC to get hands-on experience while working alongside media professionals. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the hardworking students that make it possible. The MIC Network, led by students, powered by champions.
The MIC Network Game of the Week is brought to you by the Tomwood Automotive Group, Papa John's, Marriott East Indianapolis, Grand Visions, and Frontrunner Media. You can watch the MIC Network Game of the Week on the MIC Network website, IndyStar.com, and WTHR Facebook Live.
Only 4 teams left in the MIC in the Class 6A tournament. 2 of them go head-to-head tonight here at Ben Davis High School. Side of tonight's MIC Network Game of the Week. Alongside Daryl Morton Jr., I'm Josh Ayen, and we've got a great matchup tonight. Biggest news heading into tonight, Daryl, Carmel. Big injuries on their offensive side of the ball. All-conference left guard Justin Pickett and starting quarterback Zach Osborne out tonight. It is next man up for this Greyhounds group.
Definitely is. Those are 2 huge losses for the Greyhounds. But again, they have a talent, they have teams, they have a system. They should be good to go tonight.
In Zach Osborne's place is backup quarterback Leighton Likowski, as well as starting wide receiver Colton Parker. Still plenty of talent to go on this side of the ball, including one of the best running backs in the state in Zach White.
Zach White, you give him the ball, he's going to go through and get the big yardage. He take the hits. You know, he does what he does. But I tell you what, with Parker and Likowski came in last week in Brownsburg to finish that game up. I think he's going to be ready to go tonight.
On the other side, Ben Davis is feeling good right now. Winners of 4 straight. Their last loss was last month against this Greyhounds group. And when we talk to head coach Jason Simmons, he feels pretty good about his chances tonight.
Well, I tell you, you kind of throw that first game out the window. Regular season game, you know, they were actually blown off the field. But tonight, they're in here with a head of steam. This is going to be a collision tonight. This is going to be a great game between these 2 powerful programs.
Well, for Ben Davis tonight, in order to get the win on their home floor, we're going to need to see some of the big names for this Giants group, including 2 of the best defensive backs in Charles Knuckles, Dalen Carnell, and on the other side of the ball, one of the breakout wide receiver stars this year in Rylan Richardson.
I don't think you're going to have any problem having Ben Davis coming here tonight to step up. It's their home. They are in their black jerseys. They are ready to play football tonight. I don't think you have to worry about the Giants.
Well, for more info on tonight's game, and especially on the Carmel's injuries, we throw it now to the 3rd member of our broadcast crew, Gabe Brown.
I spoke with Carmel's head coach earlier on the night, who said number 9 Osborne did suffer a high ankle sprain last week against Brownsburg. And what we will be seeing is number 17, Lukowski, step up to the plate and take his spot against the Ben Davis Giants tonight in this MIC Regionals matchup. Now back to you guys upstairs.
Thank you, Gabe, for more insight into Leighton Likowski and his preparation. Daryl, it is hard to believe in a rivalry as historic as this. The 2 teams, Carmel and Ben Davis, are tied at 23 apiece, but this is only the 2nd time that these 2 teams have met in the regional round. Carmel has won the only other matchup, winning 11-9.
Well, I tell you, Ben Davis has a shot to come in here tonight and get it done. You know, like you said, it's amazing that they only met once, you know, in their history. 23-23, how much more even can you get than that?
Well, a trip to the semi-state is on the line, and we will get you all set for kickoff right after this.
MIC Network Game of the Week is a proud product of FrontRunner Media's Next Generation initiative. Thanks to FrontRunner, the MIC Network Game of the Week allows students around the MIC to get hands-on experience while working alongside media professionals. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the hardworking students that make it possible. The MIC Network, led by students, powered by champions.
And we are back at Ben Davis High School, side of tonight's IHSAA regional action between the Ben Davis Giants and the Carmel Greyhounds. Of course, this is not the only MIC versus MIC matchup tonight. You've also got Center Grove hosting the Warren Central Warriors. We've got a MIC versus MIC semi-state matchup in store next week. Daryl, one of these two teams on this floor tonight are going to punch their ticket to the semi-states.
You know, it always comes down to these Final Four teams, you know, in this conference, it seems like. Ben Davis, no secret. They are on a winning streak here, as well as Carmel. They came out, started the season a little rough, but both teams are here. And on the other side, you talk about what Warren Central was able to do. I mean, we thought Warren Central was not going to be able to pull through against LN. They did that. They're there. They have an opportunity against Center Grove tonight.
And it's so funny to see the parallels between Warren Central and this Ben Davis team that you see on screen. You know, a lot of team left them for dead towards the early part of the season, but you saw the constant improvement from these teams, and especially on the Ben Davis side. After that loss to Carmel, they won 4 straight, as we mentioned. And talking to head coach Jason Simmons, he said that with this 4-game winning streak, the team is finally starting to see the fruits of their labor on this field tonight, and their confidence is at an all-time high.
And sometimes it takes that. You know, it's talked about what happened early on. They got, the first couple of games, they weren't there, and then they went out and they beat up a good Pike team. And I think that was a turning point for this program, because at that point they just kind of, got things, in gear. The coaches started, coaching them up a little bit better. Players are playing harder, and they're here.
You see the captains for both sides making it out to the field. Zach White and Scott Hudson carrying a number 82 jersey for Carmel, honoring a fallen former teammate, Skylar Bradley, who lost his life just a few weeks ago. And it's been a nice tribute for this Carmel Greyhounds team. I know Skylar Bradley has meant a lot to this Carmel community, and as well as the rest of the Central Indiana community.
Absolutely, because once that happened, that really, affected a lot of students, a lot of players and families, and you just hate to see that. But I love the tribute that Carmel's doing.
Well, Carmel's offense will be getting the ball first, and we will be getting our first glimpse of Leighton Lekowski filling in for injured starter Zach Osborne. Daryl, I know you saw that. You called that game last week between Carmel and Brownsburg. What'd you like about Leighton Lekowski when he had to fill in late?
Well, he came in and he just did just what he had to do. He didn't make any mistakes, and he just managed the game there, and Carmel walked out of there with a win.
And another big injury as well, Justin Pickett, all-conference left guard, and a commit, and the Duke football commit is out tonight as well. We were talking to head coach John Hebert, and he mentioned that he was feeling he wasn't exactly sure if it was concussion-related symptoms, but he was feeling migraines throughout the course of this week, and because of that, he wasn't feeling 100% to go for tonight. Coincidentally enough, Justin Pickett did not play in the regular season matchup between these two teams. So Carmel's offense is a bit short-handed tonight on one of the biggest stages of the IHSAA tournament.
So I tell you what, that might just about even this game out.
Reese Hardesty boosts this one away, and we are underway. Well, we thought we were. The officials are quick to blow the kickoff dead, so we will restart that.
Well, you rarely see that there.
Looks like the officials weren't ready, so let's run it back. Of course, the MIC Network covered the regular season contest between these two teams. Carmel won on their home turf 31-9. Ben Davis, they did a good job of moving the ball up and down the field, but they weren't able to get points, not capitalizing on the opportunities that were presented to them. Carmel did, of course. So let's try this again. Reese Hardesty boots this one end over end kick. It'll be fielded at the 5-yard line. With the lane is Barron Smith with a seam down the sideline, and he will take it the distance. 95-yard return touchdown.
And that's the way you get things started. He found a seam there, cut right, went up the sidelines, and he was absolutely gone. Touchdown, Carmel.
Barron Smith, talk about a start to this game. Next man up mentality. And the Carmel Greyhounds, just like that, take a 6-0 lead.
Wow.
And we've seen some explosion all season from Barron Smith. But how about that from the 6-foot senior? As Spencer Hanna knocks through the PAT, just like that, the Greyhounds lead 7-0. And now for some more perspective on that return touchdown, we throw it now to Gabe Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw why Carmel is 9-2 this season. It only took them 14 seconds to put points up on the board, running all the way down the field and scoring a touchdown. Now let's see if they can carry this momentum further on to the game. Back to you guys upstairs.
Thank you, Gabe. And the Big Network welcomes the Tom Wood Automotive Group as our newest partner. If you are looking for a new Nissan, Toyota, Lexus, or one of the other 9 brands they sell, let the exceptional team at Tom Wood help you find your next car. Or keep the car you now drive in tip-top shape. Check out all of their locations at tomwood.com. So, Darryl, if you're Ben Davis, you take the opening punch, not what you were hoping for if you're head coach Jason Simmons. Now we'll see if starting quarterback Jawan Swanson can do something to help answer for this Ben Davis Giants squad.
That is not what you expect if you're the Ben Davis staff and team. You don't expect to, come out of the box and be down in 14 seconds. But again, they have a tough, potent offense on the other side. They should be able to match. Let's see if they can do it.
And set to kick it away is Spencer Hanna, one of the best kickers in the state, getting all conference honors this week. Hanna launches this one end over end. This one will also be fielded at the 5. The Giants returner is stopped just short of the 10-yard line. That was number 16, Devin Wiley, for the Giants on the return.
Absolutely great coverage on the Carmel special teams there. The ball was kind of fumbled and muffed a little bit. And at that point, the defense was on top of him. There's the tackle. Ben Davis takes over the ball here around the 12-yard line.
So again, for the first time tonight, we will see Jawan Swanson and company. Swanson, the junior quarterback this year, with some mixed results, but overall a good season for the young kid. Over 1,500 yards passing, 16 passing touchdowns, and 5 on the ground. He starts with his tailback, Brandon Fuentes, flanked to his right. On first down, Swanson rifles it, low pass, and it is caught just short of the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you that, the Giants are coming out trying to establish the passing game early.
That's a gain of 6 to his intended target. And the Giants on second down. Handoff, Swanson keeping it himself. He had to get to the 23-yard line for a first down, and it looks like he will be just short. The officials mark it at the 22, so bringing up 3rd and 1. First third down opportunity for the Giants tonight.
And given the explosion Carmel came out with, this is the first down that you want to pick up.
Carmel showing stack in the box right now with 9 linebackers, or 9 guys in the box.
Looking to take away the run there.
And Swanson calls his own number, right side, and he's got the first down and more past the 25, down to the 27-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, that's one thing that Heber talked about is Swanson, his ability to, to do things with his legs. And we just see it there. Just takes it and just tucks his head through there and picks up the first down.
Scott Hudson, one of the guys in on that stop, another all-conference selection for this Carmel team. One of 6 Greyhounds to get all-conference selection, to be part of the all-conference team. Draw play to Devin Wiley, and he's brought down in the backfield. Andrew Turvey, the all-conference linebacker, in on the stop.
I'll tell you what, it looked like there was a little confusion on that play because once that ball was handed off, you see there was no chance of that going anywhere.
That is a loss of 3 on the, or rather loss of 4 on the play, all the way back to the 23-yard line. Out of the gun, 2nd and long. Swanson with time. Deep ball over the middle, intercepted! Intercepted by the Greyhounds, and off to the races is Tamaris Springfield with a few more men to beat, and he's down inside the Ben Davis red zone.
Well, I'll tell you what, that ball was certainly overthrown. Carmel's defense the last couple of weeks has been on fire.
The Carmel defense forcing 3 interceptions last week at Brownsburg. Tamaris Springfield got an interception in that one, and he has one tonight.
And, had a great return on that. Following his blockers there and brought the ball all the way back. Carmel is set up nicely here to put more points on the board.
Just like that, it's already danger time for Ben Davis. They are staring a 2-score deficit right in the face.
And that is not the way you want to get started.
Well, we do have a late flag on the field. And there is an unsportsmanlike conduct on Carmel. So back them up 15 yards, a very uncharacteristic penalty for John Hebert's crew. So instead of starting in the Ben Davis red zone, they now have to start at the 27-yard line.
And, after a great play like that, that's not something that you want to do. Pick up a penalty like that. You have your team set up inside the red zone. You don't want to give that up, but they did, and here comes Carmel.
So on 1st down, Leighton Lekowski hands off to Zach White, the bowling ball. And the bowling ball knocks over a few pins on his way to the 24-yard line.
Just, typical Zach right up the middle there and getting what he can get, taking guys with him.
Of course, with Leighton Lekowski out as well as all-conference guard Justin Pickett, Zach White is going to be more of a bell cow than usual. And now in at quarterback is Colton Parker, starting receiver. He's also gotten some snaps at QB this season.
Gives him a different look.
A high snap, bobbled around, and Parker just has to fall down close to the original line of scrimmage.
And that's what happens when you have a center, a different quarterback. Things aren't quite as sharp from time to time. That ball was just a little high there. Luckily, Parker got that thing knocked down, and he actually kind of went ahead there and didn't get as much of a loss as they could have there.
Well, Parker falls forward to the 27, wiping out that 1st down carry. Now back in at quarterback is Lekowski, so we might see some back and forth tonight between Lekowski and Parker. Lekowski with time, rifles it, and that is incomplete. The Ben Davis defense doing their job. Parker was the intended target, Dalen Carnell on the coverage.
And again, if you go back to the penalty, the unsportsmanlike penalty, that's what happens. It pushes you back, and it totally changes your focus there. So now Ben Davis' defense is stand tall here. They get an opportunity to shut them down here and see if they can, we know who's on the field now. That's Spencer Hanna.
Well, Spencer Hanna coming to the field now. This will be a 44-yard field goal.
So these are almost automatic, right?
Well, Hanna, one of the best kickers in the conference, gets this one away, and it's
short.
Short.
I tell you what, he got a lot of leg underneath that thing. That thing went up really high. Didn't have the distance, a little short. Ben Davis is fortunate not to give up any points on that.
So the interception by Tamaris Springfield wiped out the Ben Davis defense doing their job. And Spencer Hanna with only his 2nd missed field goal of the season.
Both games you called, right, huh, Josh?
Yes, but I didn't mention it this time, Daryl.
You wanted to.
I thought about it. You know the announcer's jinx. It's almost undefeated. So now Ben Davis will start at their own 20. Trying to cut into this 7-point deficit. running play to Devin Wiley, and Carmel was not fooled, dropping Wiley in the backfield for a loss.
I'll tell you what, these Carmel guys are getting into the backfield. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys back there. The run is going to be tough to establish tonight for Ben Davis.
Well, the running game has been an issue this season for Ben Davis. Just looking at their season averages, they only average just under 170 yards per game. And there's another bobbled snap as Swanson has to fall on it. This drive continues to go backwards.
And we've seen that for both teams, so you have to wonder, is the ball just slick or what's going on out there? Because that ball almost got away. Tipped it and kept it in front of him.
Well, as the weather continues to get colder, Daryl, it gets a little harder to hold on to the rock sometimes. So facing a 3rd and 13, line to gain is the 30-yard line. Swanson, draw play with some running room. Devin Wiley pushes forward, and he is still going to be marked short, but Ben Davis is in better position to potentially punt this one away.
Well, I'll tell you what, Carmel expected pass there. Ben Davis comes inside with the run and almost enough to pick up the first down.
Devin Wiley with a gain of 8 as it's marked officially at the 25. So now set to punt is Reese Hardesty, the backup linebacker. And Hardesty with an excellent punt. Going to be fielded at the 36-yard line by Solomon Williams. And that is where the Carmel offense will come out.
Tell you what, man, it's amazing how big a difference last week's weather is compared to this week. Man, it is cold out here.
Just a bit. It actually feels like November football right now. And just talking to coaches from across the conference, in order to make it to Lucas Oil Stadium, you've got to be able to run the football during this time of the year. Whichever team can really establish their ground game will probably bode better for them throughout the course of this game.
That's why it's nice to have a guy like Zach.
Lekowski hands off to White on first down, and he goes nowhere. Look how many Giants are around there on the stop.
They kind of expected that themselves.
Daryl, you and I were talking about it this week. If Zach Osborne was going to be out tonight, and he is, more of the emphasis will be on Zach White. And if this defense can stop Zach White, you want to try and force the game into Lekowski's hands.
You definitely want to force it into his hands because Osborne, he brings another dynamic because he can actually do things with his legs.
Lekowski with an empty backfield. Now Barron Smith, the man in motion, and some pre-snap movement on the right guard. That's Jake Fitzgerald.
It looks like he got a little confused there, and he moved, and the ball's going to move backwards for the Greyhounds.
Already 2 penalties on the Greyhounds tonight for 20 yards. Again, very uncharacteristic for a Carmel program that is typically the more disciplined team.
See the little move there, and he looked back and said, oh, man, it's on me.
So now Lekowski and company facing 2nd and 15 from the 32. Colton Parker fakes the jet sweep, and Lekowski falls forward for a couple of yards, bringing up 3rd and long.
So Ben Davis' defense has slowly picked it up here.
Looks like no gain on that last play, so 3rd and 15. Can the Ben Davis defense step up once again? Lekowski, and more pre-snap movement, this time on the left side of the line.
And again, when you have a quarterback that's in there that's not used to, being the starter, you're going to get that. Sometimes you're not used to his cadence and things like that. And we've seen 2 guys kind of rock out of position there. So that's something that they have to get cleaned up.
Looked like Josh Boone, number 51, was the guy to move prematurely. So facing 3rd and 20. Lekowski hands off to Zach White, and he is bottled up once again. Ben Davis defense doing their job, and the punt unit comes to the field.
The Giants with an opportunity to flip the field, give their offense a chance. Some great field position here.
You might think with a contest like this, field position is going to be even more important than usual.
It definitely is.
So now set to punt is Owen Schaefer. Schaefer with a rugby-style kick. High towering kick. No Giants in the vicinity, and the Giants will be getting really good field position all the way at their own 43. So all things considered, Darryl, you give up that opening kickoff, but now if you're Ben Davis, it looks like that the team might finally be starting to settle into this game.
I think so. Not only the opening kickoff, but also the interception return. The big thing on that was the penalty that moved them back, and the defense, talking about Ben Davis, stood strong there. Time for the offense to get in gear. Let's see what they have here.
Well, Juwan Swanson starts this drive from the Ben Davis 43. Best starting field position of the night. Play action on first down on the flat. He finds his target. And racing out close to the first down marker is number 22, Donnell Mason.
That was a good play call, but I tell you what I'm looking at is the snap was a little high, but it was actually Swanson did a good job of pulling it down. And as you can see, great pickup, great run, tough run.
So that is a first down, the first down of the night for the Giants into Carmel territory. Power play on second down, breaking it to the outside is Devin Wiley, who is close to the first down marker once again.
I'll tell you what, I like what he did there. He made the first guy miss, tucked it outside, and actually took off and sprinted down the field. Great run by the young man.
That's a gain of 13 as he's all the way out to the 34-yard line of Carmel.
Look at this. Went inside, shift gears, bounced it outside. At that point, great run.
Giants offense starting to click. Another first down over the middle, finds his man. And Juwan Swanson starting to get into a rhythm with Donnell Mason.
And that's what it takes is a rhythm. That the first couple of series, they weren't in rhythm. But now he's kind of settled down. He's finding his spots, finding his guys. Carmel defense has got to step up because the Ben Davis Giants are starting to move the football down the field very well.
Donnell Mason with 2 catches for 28 yards on this drive alone. The Giants in the red zone now. Swanson to the end zone, overthrows his target. That was intended for Rob Peters.
And I think he had to get rid of that a little early because he had someone bearing down on him. He was going to go down, as you can see here. Whoa. Just got rid of it a little quicker than he wanted to and just overthrew the intended receiver on that play.
Finally, the first negative play for the Giants on this drive. It was 3 plays, 3 first downs. Now facing second down. Swanson has to escape, making defenders miss, flipping the field with one defender to miss, and he's into the end zone. He is into the end zone. Touchdown, Juwan Swanson.
I'll tell you what, you're talking about making guys miss. He escaped, like you said there. He went to the right, tucked it back to the left, found a few lanes there, and went right to the end zone, as you can see here. Got out of there, made that guy miss right there. Bounced it back to the left, and at that point, he just found a few blockers, followed him right into the end zone, and it's 6 points for the Ben Davis Giants.
Juwan Swanson doing his best Lamar Jackson impression. An 18-yard run touchdown. That is his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. And just like that, Angel Torres ties the game up at 7 apiece. We have got a ball game, Darryl. And for more on that Ben Davis scoring drive, we turn it now to Gabe Brown.
Now what we just saw is the Ben Davis Giants marching up the field, demanding some respect from the Carmel Greyhounds as they just scored their first points on the game. Now what we're not seeing is Carmel's defensive structure, which we saw last week with 2 safeties and 3 interceptions and 6 turnovers. But maybe we can see this later on in the game. But right now we're tied 7-7.
Well, the MIG Network welcomes back Papa John's as a partner in bringing you the best high school sports coverage in central Indiana. The Papa John's team is ready to cover your hunger at over 30 area locations. When you are ready for better pizza, make sure you order Papa John's. Just go to papajohns.com.
So we see these Ben Davis highlights there. You talk about getting into a rhythm, man, to get this thing tied up, man. That's what they did. Great job by the Giants.
Probably one of the best offensive series we've seen this season from the Giants.
I would have to agree with you there.
Well, Hardesty boots this one away. I'm sure the kickoff coverage unit is more alert this time around. Barron Smith going the exact same way as last time, and this time he's bumped out of bounds at the 36, 37-yard line.
I'll tell you what, like you said, he took the same path there. I thought he had a little bit more there, but Ben Davis did a great job of kind of shutting it off there. As you can see, Barron bounces it to the same area. It's out of bounds there.
Well, one more recap of that last drive for Ben Davis, taken just under 90 seconds. That was a quick, efficient drive from the Giants. Let's see what the Greyhounds can do here. And in at quarterback once again is Colton Parker. Barron Smith, the man in motion. And Parker calls his own number. He's down to the 45-yard line for a gain of 8.
And that's the option you have when you have Parker in the game. He can actually do things with his legs kind of similar to Osborne there. Lukowski is not going to run like that.
Back in is Lukowski again. Continuous shuffling at the quarterback position tonight. And a Ben Davis defensive lineman jumps off sides. It looked like Latarian Golden was the guilty party.
I'll tell you what, that's one of those things where the Cajuns worked against the Giants there.
First penalty of the night on Ben Davis. Meanwhile, Carmel with 3 penalties for 25 yards.
And that just tip forward, make contact.
And that penalty gives the Greyhounds a much-needed first down, all the way to midfield. So Leighton Lukowski looking to finally build some rhythm. Hands it off to Zach White. The defense doing their job again. And it takes about 5, 6 black shirts to bring him down. But that's what you're going to have to do if you're going to bring down a human tractor in Zach White.
Well, I'll tell you what, looks like Ben Davis decided they're going to try to take Zach White away and make Lukowski beat him.
No gain on the play. Gonna bring up another 2nd and long. And again, you're seeing a constant stacking of the box for Ben Davis. Typically playing that 3-4, 3-3 stack. They're sending 7, 8 guys in that box every single play. Now Lukowski pitches it out to Zach White, this time with some more breathing room. And he's into Ben Davis territory at the 45-yard line.
Kind of got a head of steam there on that pitch out and turned it up and was able to get a few positive yards before he was brought down.
It's now 3rd and more manageable. Greyhounds need to get to the 40-yard line for a first down. They have not converted on a 3rd down attempt tonight. Lukowski, quick drop, and he finds his man for the first down. That is Jaden King on the reception.
I'll tell you what, he was able to get 1 foot down and get out of bounds there and move the chains for the Greyhounds. Great call, great catch.
King with a gain of 6. And a much-needed 3rd down conversion, the first one of the night for Carmel. The drive keeps moving for this Carmel team. Down their starting quarterback and starting left guard. Parker, the man in motion on first down. Back to Zach White, and he's jostled down from behind. An excellent play made by number 19, Anil Boatwright.
I'll tell you what, the Giants, I mean, they're just reading that. They understand that they're going to give the ball to Zach a lot of times tonight, and they're just on top of that.
That was actually Damian Herod Wilson in on the stop, the defensive line closing in quickly, and just like that, Darryl, we are already at the end of the first quarter. Score all knotted up at 7 apiece, but the Greyhounds driving and trying to retake the lead. We'll step aside for a moment. You are watching the MIC Network Game of the Week. Welcome back. Welcome back to Ben Davis High School side tonight's MIC Network Game of the Week. Let's take a look at our keys to the game right here in the first quarter. Starting off with a 95-yard return by Barron Smith, wide receiver for Carmel. You thought that would set the tone for this Carmel Greyhounds team, but especially after an interception on the ensuing drive by Tamara Springfield. But Ben Davis doing an excellent job responding right back.
I'll tell you what, they weathered that, because it looked like it was going to be bad for Ben Davis. Carmel was set up to come down and get a second touchdown, but the Ben Davis defense has stood tall so far.
So now back in at quarterback is Colton Parker. Used more as an option quarterback right now. And he calls his own number again. A pair of Giants bring him down for the stop, but only for a couple of yards.
And when you have Parker in the game, you have an option there. He can either run it or he can give it to Zach White. That's kind of what Osborne, brought, and also he can drop back and throw it. When they go to Lukowski, pretty much Ben Davis is saying, you know what, I know pretty much if you're going to hand it off to Zach White, and we're going to be all over that.
Only a gain of 1 for Parker. And the Greyhounds face 3rd and 7 at the Ben Davis 36-yard line.
This is where you usually see Osborne and Parker, because they have that slant route that they run pretty successfully. Let's see if Lukowski can hit him on that.
Parker has to get rid of it. Instead, he's brought down by the Ben Davis defensive line. Dylan Moore, one of the men on the stop, and the Ben Davis defense holds once again.
As you can see, he didn't have a shot. They just broke through the line there, and at that point, there was nothing he can do but go down with the football.
So now back to punt is Owen Schaefer once again. Carmel in this first half is only 1 of 3 on 3rd down. Perhaps Owen Schaefer can pin the Giants deep in their own territory. There's another rugby-style kick, and it is going straight into the end zone. So the Giants with their 4th possession now. Coming off their best series, probably one of their best series all season. They've got to be feeling pretty good about their chances.
They found something on that last series. They did a good job of mixing things up and moving the ball down the field. If you're the coaching staff, hats off for doing a great job keeping these guys in the game after giving up the initial touchdown when the game started.
And again, we saw a lot of Juwan Swanson on that last series. Looked like he was getting into a rhythm with his wide receiver crew, especially Donnell Mason. We'll see what Swanson and company have in store on this possession. Swanson backs to throw, heaving it downfield for his man, and it's caught past midfield. That is Rylan Richardson, one of the best breakout receivers this season. And he's got a massive gain, over 30 yards on that reception.
I'll tell you what, he was thrown a little bit short. He came back, got that ball, great reception. Ben Davis' offense is in gear, and they're moving.
31-yard reception for Rylan Richardson. And it's a draw play on 1st down. Tailback weaving his way through defenders down to the 45-yard line. That was Devin Wiley. Looks like the ground game's starting to wake up a little bit for this Ben Davis Giants team.
Starting to mix it up.
And look at the Giants going no huddle once again. Swanson, draw play. Once again to Wiley. He's got the 1st down and more, close to the 35-yard line.
And as you can see, Ben Davis getting more confidence with every play they're able to run there. They pretty much know that they have Carmel on the heels right now.
Drive continuing to move for this Giants team. The Carmel defense on their heels right now, with just over 9 minutes to go in the first half. Swanson, quick throw left side, and that is incomplete through the hands of his target, Dylan Moore.
I'll tell you what, Dylan Moore was already making his move before he had the football there, and first things first, you got to make the reception before you can do anything, as you can see, just through his hands there.
So the incompletion bringing up 2nd and 10 from the 37. And we know, just talking to head coach Jason Simmons, there's a lot to like about Juwan Swanson. He took his growing pains throughout the course of the season, but it looks like he is finally starting to look like the quarterback that Simmons knows he is capable of being.
He definitely does.
So we've got a whistle on the field.
Gotta get a timeout there, it looks like, for Ben Davis there. Had to get things, we have to get on the same page. That's what he's saying over there.
Well, Simmons will talk things over with this offensive group. And we will step aside for a few moments. You are watching the MIC Network Game of the Week.
At Tom Wood, we believe you can't put a price on peace of mind, so we don't. With Tom Wood's lifetime powertrain coverage, you're protected for unlimited miles and unlimited time, all at no cost to you. Find the car you want the way you want at tomwood.com.
Well, there has been some great action in the MIC this football season. Big plays being made by big-time players, and who has stood out among them all? Find out who will be named the MIC Network Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year this Tuesday night at 7:15. Live on our Facebook and YouTube channels. That is Tuesday, November 17th at 7:15.
As you can see, Ben Davis here. Some of their big plays here when they started to get things in gear, as we talked about. And their defense started to step up. Didn't give Zach White anything on that run there.
And we knew this Ben Davis offense, they had success the last time they played Carmel, amassing over 375 yards of total offense. It was just an issue of whether they could complete drives. I know that was something that Jason Simmons was really stressing to his players throughout the course of the season.
Yeah, you can amass the yards, but you got to get the ball in the purple part.
So 2nd and long for this Ben Davis Giants offense. Swanson calling his own number, eludes one defender and two, now three, and he's down just short of the 30-yard line. An excellent job by Swanson, being so crafty with his legs.
He did. He just followed his blockers there, and there's a big-time block over there. Look at this. Number 12 come through there and allows him to go through there and pick up 4 or 5 more yards.
A gain of 6 for Swanson. Ball marked to the 31. They need to get to the 28 for a first down. Swanson, handoff up the middle. It's going to be close, but I think Carmel held them short. And a good job by this Carmel defense not being fooled by the draw play. 4th and inches, and Jason Simmons keeping the offense out there.
Yeah, as good as they're playing, you have to. They are moving the football really without any threat right now.
Swanson with the big guy at the fullback spot. 4th and inches. Swanson calls his own number, dives in the pile, and it looks like he has enough for a first down.
Carmel saying no, but let's see what the officials say.
You see one official on the near side at the 26-yard line, and finally the center official marks it a first down, a gain of 2. The drive continues. And what a job Juwan Swanson has done being the field general on these last couple of possessions and trying to give the Giants their first lead of the game. Carmel showing blitz on first down. Swanson, quick throw to his intended target, and he's trying to race into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Ben Davis.
That Dylan Moore on the reception, he just drug his defender into the end zone. Like you said, touchdown Giants. Look at this replay here. Swanson just drops back, puts the ball right on the money. And look at Moore, just take and move, keep the legs moving, and he just falls forward into the end zone. Touchdown. That's big-time football right there.
Dylan Moore with a grown man play, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the season. And if you look twice on that play, he dragged Tamaris Springfield, the guy who happened to get the interception on the first drive. How about some payback right there?
That's payback.
Well, I know Gabe Brown got an excellent view of that touchdown. Let's throw it down to him.
What we saw was a drive led by Juwan Swanson, the quarterback for Ben Davis, who marched the team up the field, and some big carries from number 6. Now let's see if they can continue to upset the Carmel Greyhounds and further on the game. Back to you guys upstairs.
Thank you, Gabe, and he hit the nail on the head about Juwan Swanson. We are seeing a completely different quarterback than what we saw even a month ago when the Giants took on the Carmel Greyhounds.
Something about playing on your home field, in front of your home, well, we can say home fans. We have a few here, but, you know, it's something you're familiar with. This is protect our territory. He's coming in here tonight and doing a tremendous job.
I know Jason Simmons was really excited about getting the Giants back on their home field. If you look at their schedule, Ben Davis had not played a home game in over a month. Their last home game was against Lawrence Central. That was all the way back in Week 8 of the regular season. Of course, now we're in regional territory. The winner of this game advancing to play the winner of Warren Central and Center Grove. We'll see if we can get a score update on that momentarily. Meanwhile, Reese Hardesty with a short kick. It's going to be fielded inside the 10, and Barron Smith will be knocked down short of the 30-yard line. Let's get that score update for you. Center Grove dismantling Warren Central right now, 22-0. That's midway through the second quarter.
Wow, well, Center Grove has been the best team all year, so I don't want to say we kind of expected it, but we kind of expected it.
Well, you would think after Warren Central and 2 impressive wins at North Central and then at home against Lawrence North, you think the team might have awoken a bit, but there's something about Center Grove this season. Meanwhile, Leighton Lukowski gets this drive started for the Greyhounds. Quick throw into the flat, and oh my goodness! Dylan Moore!
He's out there bodying people, wow!
Dylan Moore, that guy has a family.
Look at this. Oh, look at that.
That was clean and legal, too. Desmond Duffy absolutely destroyed on that play.
That's how you fire up a defense.
So let's see if Desmond Duffy he's on the field right now. Hats to him for getting up. Meanwhile, the Carmel offense facing 2nd and long. Lukowski has to slide down, and he is just short of the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you what, the Ben Davis defense right now is playing wide open. They are everywhere swarming. They are not letting anybody get anywhere.
Both sides of the ball, offense and defense, playing some inspired football right now. And another 3rd down coming up for this Greyhounds team. Keep in mind, 1 of 2 on 3rd down tonight. Lukowski with another 3rd and long. QB draw with some running room, and he's bottled up short of the 1st down line. Anil Boatwright was one of the men on the stop. To look like Kioke Toomer was the other guy to make the stop.
It's going to bring up 4th down, and here comes the Carmel punting unit there. As you see the replay there. Almost stayed on his feet there.
Anil Boatwright and Charles Knuckles, the 2 safeties, in to make the stop. And for the 3rd time tonight, we are going to see Owen Schaefer and the punting crew. Another rugby-style kick, this one a bit lower. And it'll be fielded by Dalen Carnell. A good job by the Carmel punt coverage unit to bottle up Carnell quickly.
And for the Carmel defense on this possession here, you got Ben Davis that's actually been moving the ball at will up and down the field. You got to come out here and you got to make a stand.
With 5:48 to go in the second quarter, there is plenty of time for Juwan Swanson to keep rolling. And like I said, Daryl, Juwan Swanson is on another level tonight. Very unusual for this Carmel defense, who has given up yards this season, but has been very good about taking the ball away and limiting points for the opposition. Giants start this drive at their own 25. Swanson with time to throw, and he has his man. Thomas Maurer, the linebacker, in on the stop.
As you see, Ben Davis just running safe, quick plays. Got receivers just ducking right there in the spots, and Swanson is just doing his job and hitting them.
Gain of 11 for Rylan Richardson, coming off a big 31-yard reception on the previous drive. First down once again for Swanson. With time to throw, heaving it to the middle, and what a grab over the middle. Guess who made that grab? Dylan Moore.
I tell you what, he came to play tonight there. He just went up and got that one, hauled that one in. Ball was just a little long, but again, great hands. Look at that catch.
An excellent grab for Dylan Moore. Gain of 19 on the play. Dylan Moore hardly used on the offensive side of the ball. He is having the game of his career right now. On first down, Devin Wiley nearly breaks that loose, and he almost has another Ben Davis first down.
Everything's working. The passing game, the running game is working. Carmel, he's got to step up here. You can't afford to go down another touchdown before half.
2nd and 1 for the Greyhounds, rather the Giants. Play action. Ball was a little behind, but he finds his man, Mason. There's a late flag on the field. That play might be coming back.
Might be a hold there, but that was almost a lateral there because, like you said, that ball was thrown backwards.
See some frustration for Donnell Mason, as well as the lead blocker that he had. A good job by our camera crew to pick that up. It looks like that was either a hold or a block in the back.
I think it's going to be a hold, and it's going to go back. 10 yards for the Giants. That's probably the only mistake they've made, pushing it back.
So that is a hold. Mark it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So instead of a first down, it is now 2nd and 12 from the Carmel 47-yard line. Carmel fans actually doing a good job of traveling tonight. We can hear them all the way up from the press box.
Absolutely, they are doing a great job, making a lot of noise out there.
Just about a max capacity crowd that Marion County will allow tonight of 1,250 here at Ben Davis High School. Swanson calls his own number again, and this time he's bottled up. Dominic Padgett, the middle linebacker, is in on the stop.
Dominic Padgett out there, he's catching bodies also with that hit. That was a decent hit he put on him. That's how he ended this thing. Oh, yes.
And what a comeback story for Dominic Padgett, coming off a torn ACL from earlier in the spring. For him to be back in less than 9 months is nothing short of miraculous.
It is, because ACLs used to mean that you're out for a while. The advances in medicine are incredible these days.
So Swanson facing 3rd and 12. He's got time to throw, stepping up in the pocket, has room to run. He may have the first down. He does have the first down and more, past the 30. And Juwan Swanson.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's absolutely leadership. He looked down the field. He didn't have anything there. He just kind of ducked it in. There was an opportunity for him to be tackled, but he eluded that and just tucked it and just took off. Got enough for the first down. The sticks are moving. Ben Davis is still moving.
Swanson picks up 19 yards on that 3rd and long. The second 3rd down conversion of the night for the Giants. And with just over 3 minutes to go, they're trying to add to their lead. First down, Wiley gets stopped just short of the 25. Better job by the Carmel defense on that play. That was actually number 18 for Ben Davis, Donovan Troutman. Gain of 1 for the Greyhounds. This has been this is play number 8 coming up right now. Over 3 minutes in time of possession. Swanson, play action, and he's bolted, but he completes it to Donnell Mason, close to the first down marker.
I'll tell you, Swanson hung in there just long enough before he was able to complete that to Mason because he took a hit. Look at this here. He gets rid of the ball, and he's on his back before the ball was even caught.
Well, you saw last night on Thursday Night Football, Ryan Tannehill making some big throws under pressure. Swanson now doing a good Ryan Tannehill impression.
He's looking good out there.
So 3rd and 1 from the 19. Almost gets the Carmel line to move. It's a pass that hits the dirt. Probably a rare error for Juwan Swanson tonight. And if you're head coach Jason Simmons, do you go for it again?
Swanson got a little rushed on that play. Didn't step into that throw, and it hit the, like you said, hit the turf before it got to him. But again, it's 4th and 1. Your offense is pretty much moving the ball down the field at will. I think you go for it here.
Well, the offense staying out on the field under 2 minutes to go, 1:49 to be exact. If the Giants convert here, that would be critical to not only chewing up some more clock, but perhaps getting another score. 4th and 1. The Carmel defense doing their job, not being fooled by the hard counts.
Play clock at 7. They may not snap it here.
We'll see. I think Ben Davis will use timeout number 2, and they do. Again, a good job by this Carmel Greyhounds group not being fooled by the hard count. And with just under 2 minutes to go, Darryl, this is probably one of the biggest plays of the game right here.
It definitely is. If you're Carmel, you got to keep them out of the end zone. You like to keep them off the board altogether, but if you can limit it to 3, it's great. But as you can see, this was a great run by Swanson. Great decision there. He just took the contact there and just bounced and moved the ball forward a little bit more. And here, stood in there, and a great catch. This is the touchdown here. Just, oh man, that's just effort there.
And he did that with one shoe too.
One shoe.
Even better.
And the defense, oh, that's just a huge hit right there, buddy.
Dylan Moore, of course, getting it done on both sides of the ball tonight. One of the few Giants to play both ways, offense and defense.
Great catch, great gab there again. That ball was just a little high there. He went up and got it there, and we can see Swanson here just tucked this one in and just took off. And, you know, you need plays like this in a game like this where you know the other team is a really good team. The defending state champions, by the way, you know, you have to come out here and play your best game, and that's what we're seeing from Ben Davis right now. They're playing good football.
Of course, we talked about how the Giants are on a 4-game winning streak right now, playing at an all-time high. You know there's some motivation for this group right here, trying to make amends for a 31-9 walloping at Carmel High School earlier this year. So now the Giants facing 4th and 1, need to get to the 18. Swanson rolling out the pitch to his man. He's got the first down, but there is a flag on the field.
I'll tell you what, that was a pretty nice drawn-up play there. He just pitched it on the inside. But like you said, there is a flag, and let's see what's going to happen here.
Well, the initial call is it's against Ben Davis.
So it's looking like that's going to be a hold there.
That is a critical mistake for Ben Davis. We'll see what the official call is momentarily. And it is a hold. So from the spot of the foul, back the Giants up all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. Around the 28-yard line. Definitely out of field goal range. It's basically no man's land, Darryl.
It definitely is, so you get what you can get here. Go for the end zone.
3rd penalty on this half for Ben Davis, 3 for 25. So 4th and 11. Same spot like before. They need to get to the 17.
They'll use another timeout again.
And that is the 3rd and final timeout of the half for Jason Simmons and the Giants.
Yeah, and again, they don't have to get to the end zone. They just have to get 11 yards to pick out to move the chains.
Well, I'm not sure there's many play calls on 4th and 11 in the playbook. But nonetheless, Juwan Swanson has been getting it done. You saw him convert on 3rd and 12 earlier this drive. He picked up a gain of 19 with his own legs. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. And if you look at the Carmel offense, that's the same wrinkle that Zach Osborne brings to that offense. He's able to tuck it and run with the ball, do things with his legs that Lukowski is just not able to do.
That's a good point that you brought up, Daryl, flipping it back to the Carmel offense right now. You know, the only points on the board right now for the Greyhounds are from that Barron Smith return touchdown. Aside from that, Carmel's offense has been listless in the first half.
Well, again, when you lose a guy that's been your starter all season, that's really, gets things flowing, it's going to change the dynamics big time. You know, they threw Parker back there, and typically when Parker's back there, it's going to be pretty much almost a run attack, a read option for him, but that takes him or a receiver, out of the offensive flow. So you definitely want Parker to be out there. Lukowski's got to do a better job of trying to pick up, find him and some sliding down the field.
So now Ben Davis out of timeouts, facing 4th and 11. Line to gain is the 17-yard line. See what the Giants can do on this play. Swanson with pressure, heaving it downfield, incomplete, and there is a flag. The backside judge throwing a flag. Dylan Moore drawing pass interference.
I'll tell you what, they're looking at Dylan Moore quite a bit. They're calling his number quite a bit tonight, and I'm not sure if we have that replay there. There was definitely contact. The Carmel fans are not happy, but the officials say there was contact, pass interference, as we can see here. I don't see anything there. I see that was not enough to call a penalty, but I'm not the official there. Carmel is not happy there. Ben Davis benefits on that call. First and
so it's 1st and 10 all the way now to the 14-yard line, excuse me.
Fans are not happy, as you can hear. That was not contact. I didn't see any contact there at all.
Nonetheless, Barron Smith called for the pass interference. And there is life again for this Giants team. 2 of 2 on 4th down conversions already. Swanson, time to throw into the flat. Devin Wiley plows his way into the end zone. Devin Wiley from 14 yards out puts the Giants up by 2 scores.
I'll tell you what, the Giants take advantage of the gift they were given with the penalty. Touchdown, like you said, and that's something that Carmel, you were trying to keep them out of the end zone here, but not enough there. He's in right on top of the pylon, touchdown. This is going to be an uphill battle for the Greyhounds the rest of the way.
Devin Wiley with 2 touchdowns on the ground last week. This is his first receiving touchdown of the season, as Angel Torres knocks through the PAT, and Ben Davis leads 21-7. We'll throw now to the 3rd member of our broadcast crew, Gabe Brown.
Interference just near the 10-yard line, and we're also seeing some massive plays by the wide receivers Richardson and Moore, and also Swanson, the quarterback for Ben Davis, is also doing a fantastic job of moving the ball upfield and getting some yards, even when he doesn't have wide receivers available. Back to you guys upstairs.
Thank you, Gabe. That was a 9-play, 75-yard drive, taking up 4 minutes and 37 seconds. This Ben Davis offense, after their first couple of possessions, they have really found a groove in the first half.
They have. They settled down. Again, we talked about the initial jolt that they got with the return. They have actually tightened things up, and now they're playing with confidence. They may have the Carmel Greyhounds on the ropes. Let's see what happens when they go in for half.
Well, if there's anything you should know about the Greyhounds, Darryl, never count them out in the month of November.
They are defending state champs.
A squib kick for Hardesty that's fielded at the 20. And Barron Smith is tripped up past the 25 at the 28-yard line. That is where Leighton Lukowski and this Carmel offense will set up shop. They will have a minute and 6 seconds to try and get some points before the half. Keep in mind, the Giants do get the ball to start the second half.
Which is tough. But here for Carmel, you want to see if you can move the ball here a little bit. They really haven't looked at their receivers much at all tonight. That's pretty much been the running game and the read option with the quarterbacks. They have to do something, open up the playbook a little bit, and get these receivers involved.
Again, the offense really struggling to find a groove down their starting quarterback, Zach Osborne, and starting all-conference left guard and Justin Pickett. Lukowski under pressure, rolling out of the pocket. And heaves it downfield to his man, Max Walters, who makes a juggling grab and is out of bounds just short of the 40-yard line.
An excellent job of rolling the pocket. They're giving him more time there because he was getting chased, but he made an excellent decision. They're finding Max there for the reception there. Moving the chains for the Greyhounds.
Walters with a gain of 11. Only 4 catches on the season coming into tonight. With 57 seconds to go, the clock is stopped as Walters was able to get out of bounds. Lukowski dropping back, gonna throw it down the field, and what a grab made! But that is marked out of bounds. The official says that Colton Parker was pushed out of bounds.
And let me just say that was an incredible catch there by Parker. He just turns around and just hauls that in just out of bounds.
Well, Dalen Carnell with some excellent coverage going step for step with Parker. Of course, Dalen Carnell heading to Missouri University next semester. Actually enrolling early for the spring semester.
SEC.
Now 2nd and long for Lukowski. Here comes the pressure. Gets away from 2 men, but not the 3rd.
I'll tell you what, it's tough to take a sack there with the clock moving and you needing to move the ball down the field.
So that is a loss of 2 as the ball is marked at the 37-yard line. Clock continuing to run, 30 seconds and counting. If you're head coach John Hebert right now, you want to get inside the 40 maybe and give Spencer Hanna a chance at a kick.
And wasted a lot of time getting that play set up there.
Lukowski under pressure again, trying to escape, and he's brought down again. Keoke Toomer in on the sack.
And what you can see in Lukowski, that he just doesn't have the experience that Zach Osborne has in making decisions in moments like this. That's going to be tough for the Greyhounds as the clock goes to 000, and we're at half, and Ben Davis is up 21-7.
So Keoke Toomer's sack officially puts the clamps on any last-minute points for Carmel, and they face one of their toughest tasks yet this season, trailing 21-7. The reigning Class 6A champs are on the ropes, Darryl.
They are on the ropes. I tell you what, it's just one of those things, you know, at some point in the season, you're going to have the next man up. It just happens to be in a big game, a regional game. They got to find some answers at halftime.
Well, plenty more of action still to come. Stick around, folks. You are watching the MIC Network Game of the Week.
Thank you, calling Pop John's Cumberland. This is Kyle speaking.
The pizza's here.
At Tom Wood, we believe you can't put a price on peace of mind, so we don't. With Tom Wood's lifetime powertrain coverage, you're protected for unlimited miles and unlimited time, all at no cost to you. Find the car you want the way you want at tomwood.com.
Thank you, calling Pop John's. Cumberland, this is Kyle speaking.
The pizza's here.
Give me my Papa John's.
Oh, the cheese is my favorite. I love the plain.
Is that supreme?
Chicken.
I really like it.
Just a pepper.
They scored touchdowns here. You gotta be able to get these guys off the field to get ready for the next punt.
The MIC Network Game of the Week is a proud product of FrontRunner Media's Next Generation initiative. Thanks to FrontRunner, the MIC Network Game of the Week allows students around the MIC to get hands-on experience while working alongside media professionals. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the hardworking students that make it possible. The MIC Network, led by students, powered by champions.
Thank you, calling Pop John's. Cumberland, this is Kyle speaking.
The pizza's here.
Give me my Papa John's.
Oh, the cheese is my favorite. I love the plain.
Is that supreme?
Chicken.
I really like it.
Just a pepper.
They scored touchdowns here. You gotta be able to get these guys off the field to get ready for the next punt.
At Tom Wood, we believe you can't put a price on peace of mind, so we don't. With Tom Wood's lifetime powertrain coverage, you're protected for unlimited miles and unlimited time, all at no cost to you. Find the car you want the way you want at tomwood.com.
Choose a luxury vehicle as unique as you at tomwood.com.
At Tom Tom Wood, we believe you can't put a price on peace of mind, so we don't. With Tom Wood's lifetime powertrain coverage, you're protected for unlimited miles and unlimited time, all at no cost to you. Find the car you want the way you want at tomwood.com.
The MIC Network Game of the Week is a proud product of FrontRunner Media's Next Generation initiative. Thanks to FrontRunner, the MIC Network Game of the Week allows students around the MIC to get hands-on experience while working alongside media professionals. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the hardworking students that make it possible. The MIC Network, led by students, powered by champions.
Welcome back to Ben Davis High School. I'm Josh Ayen, and we have a very special guest for this halftime presentation, the president of FrontRunner Media, Gary Naylor, who is here to talk about a new platform to help high schools, especially during these challenging times, PrepStream. Now, Gary, what can you tell the folks at home about our PrepStream platform?
Well, first of all, Josh, thanks for allowing me to be on the show. The PrepStream platform was a platform that we started designing about several months ago as we were going through this whole pandemic. We were talking about how can we help high schools continue to stay connected to their communities and their fans through this whole COVID-19 process with social distancing and the limited number of people who can be in certain places. So we decided to come up with a platform called PrepStream. PrepStream is a platform that is primarily for high schools. It's their content. They can determine how much content they want to put on the platform as well as what they want to charge. They can also put it behind a paywall. But we can talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so what are some of the biggest features that come to mind when you think of this PrepStream platform?
Well, some of the biggest features that the PrepStream platform would allow schools to do, it would allow the schools to customize the platform strictly for them with their colors and their logos. It would allow them to decide, well, what do I really want to show my community and my fans? We know that schools are struggling a little bit with some of the gates not getting the money that they need to continue to support the programs. So they'll be able to put some of that content behind a paywall. They can charge whatever they like. All of the money goes directly to them. They don't have to share it with anyone. It's all theirs. And they can decide whether they want to offer something for free or if they want to actually put a price behind it. But it also just allows them to really stay connected to the community and also provide that information that their fans are so used to having.
Well, we know in recent news that Marion County has implemented some more guidelines and restrictions as far as attendance for extracurricular activities, not just athletics, but also other extracurricular activities such as performing arts. So with the current situation of this pandemic and what Marion County is instituting, how does that affect everything that is going on with the PrepStream platform?
Well, we think it's a perfect time for the PrepStream platform. And when we were thinking about PrepStream, we was really thinking about how can we continue to allow schools to be functional. How can they continue to share their, whether it's performing arts, whether it's band, whether it's cheerleading competitions, whatever, anything that a school can actually videotape. They can live stream it, or they can also put it on demand. They can have it where it's archived and the community want to come out and see some of those events. They really have total control of what they do with this platform and how they want to use it.
Well, Gary, when should we expect to see the PrepStream platform rolled out?
Well, the PrepStream platform is live now. We are testing it with several schools that we're working with over the next couple of months. We anticipate that the 1st of January, the prep stream will be available to all schools. Any school who is looking to get content, put it behind the paywall, or just content that they want to share with their communities. It will be available in January. There will be a small monthly fee, but for the most part, schools can recoup that very quickly and easily, and also have something that they can continue to stay connected to their communities.
Well, Gary, for the folks at home that are watching, what should they do, or if they are affiliated with the school that is interested in the prep stream platform, what should they do if they're interested in learning more about this?
Okay, if anyone is interested, as a school interested in learning more about the platform, they can reach me at gnailer@gowithfrontrunner.com, or they can go to our prep stream platform at prepstream.net, where there's also a place there they can get in contact with us. We'd love to show them a demo of the product, because once you see it, you'll see how awesome it is and how user-friendly it will be for schools to really be able to share their content, what they'd like to share, when they'd like to share, and how they like to share it.
Well, Gary, thank you so much for joining us for this halftime presentation, and thank you for sharing more with our viewers about PrepStream.
All right, thanks, Ma.
Enjoy the rest of the game.
All right, bye.
Thank you, calling Pop John's Cumberland. This is Kyle speaking.
The pizza's here.
At Tom Wood, we believe you can't put a price on peace of mind, so we don't. With Tom Wood's lifetime powertrain coverage, you're protected for unlimited miles and unlimited time, all at no cost to you. Find the car you want, the way you want at tomwood.com.
Welcome back to Ben Davis High School side of tonight's MIC Network Game of the Week. Josh Ayen joined alongside my usual partner in crime, Daryl Morton Jr. And Daryl, outside of the opening return touchdown for Carmel, it has been all Ben Davis tonight.
They haven't been able to find a rhythm at all. Like you said, outside of that, I mean, Lukowski hasn't been able to establish a rhythm. They become a one-dimensional team right now with whenever they give the ball to Zach Moore, Ben Davis is stacking guys in the box, and he's not getting anything.
Juwan Swanson with 3 total touchdowns, 2 through the air and 1 on the ground. That accounts for the 21-7 score line right now. As you see right here, Juwan Swanson getting it done through the air and with his legs. We're seeing a completely different quarterback than what we have seen in the regular season tonight.
We are, and again, every possession we see Ben Davis getting more confidence. That first couple of possessions they came out and weren't able to move the ball, they flipped the field, and all of a sudden things change, and Swanson has become the leader out there, driving his team down the field. And again, right now, up 21-7, you know, if Carmel, Ben Davis getting the ball first, you have to come out and make a defensive stand to have a chance, because if Ben Davis scores, this thing is going to turn into pretty much a rout.
Well, certainly all Ben Davis in this first half, and a lot more to come. Carmel's offense really needs to find a way to wake up. And for more on what's to come in the second half. We turn it now down to Gabe Brown.
With this being both teams' 47th appearance against each other, each with 23 victories over each other, it seems that Ben Davis has the momentum going into halftime. I tried to catch a word with the Carmel coach, but he said no comment, and he seemed quite angry. Carmel does seem to be missing Osborne, number 9, as Lukowski is kind of not carrying up where Osborne was last week. Now back to you guys upstairs.
Thank you, Gabe, and certainly a very frustrated John Heber, probably the most intense that he has been all season.
Well, in the phone call we had with him, he knew this game would be different than the first time they met, with Carmel winning 31-9. When you get an opportunity to watch teams on film and see what the tendencies are, right now Ben Davis is winning that, and he's got to go into halftime and figure out an answer here because, again, Ben Davis is rolling right now, and they have a potential to blow this thing wide open.
Well, as you said, Daryl, earlier, Ben Davis does get the ball to start the second half. The Giants have a great opportunity to try and build on their 14-point lead. Again, just some series history between these two teams. Gabe Brown did mention the 23-23 overall head-to-head between these two teams. Only one other time did Ben Davis and Carmel meet in regional play. That was back in 2011. Carmel won that one by a score of 11-9. Very unusual score line, but Carmel, of course, able to get that one. When you also think about Carmel, you think about their storied postseason tradition. They are overall 21-8 in regionals. They have won 12 straight regional title games, Daryl. That is in serious jeopardy right now.
And they're defending state champs, as we mentioned. Serious jeopardy.
So a quick kick, fielded at the 10-yard line. And a good return past the 20, just short of the 25-yard line. Devin Wiley with a solid first half on the return. So now we will see Juwan Swanson coming off perhaps one of the finest first half performances we have seen all season from a quarterback. Drop back to the field starting at the Ben Davis 28.
He had everything working in that first half. We talked about it.
And again, he was able to do it with more than just his arm, but his legs, but also spreading the wealth around. We mentioned Devin Wiley. Of course, Dylan Moore with an outstanding half himself. Donnell Mason getting involved as well as Rylan Richardson. On first down, Swanson trying to elude defenders, and look at him be shifty as always as he gets down past the 30-yard line.
He made one or two guys miss there before he went down, but again, he's looking to get positive yards with his legs, and he did it there.
Gain of 4 for Swanson as he's down at the 33. Actually, a gain of 5. Of course, Swanson with 2 passing touchdowns, 1 on the ground tonight. And he was out in the regular season contest against Carmel too, so the first time he has been seeing the Greyhounds. With a big run up the middle, Devin Wiley with 1 man to beat, and he is off to the races. Past the 20, and he is finally knocked down inside the 10-yard line by Tyson Pennington.
Well, I'll tell you what, he went through that hole. He was pretty much running downhill. He took off there, took the contact there, as you see here, the replay.
Devin Wiley exploding for his best run of the season.
He wasn't touched until he got deep in the backfield. He almost got loose and broke that thing open. Just taken down right around the 6-yard line. Ben Davis again on the move.
That was a gain of 59 yards for Devin Wiley. The Giants in great field position once again. The pitch to Wiley with 1 man to beat to the pylon, and he is knocked just short of the goal line.
I love that inside handoff there. Just pitched it there, and he just took it and picked it up and went for the pylon and just got right. As you can see here, just tucked it out to the left there, and he just fell down just short of the end zone there. So about the maybe 1 or 2 yard line, Ben Davis set up nicely.
Donovan Troutman was the guy on the pitch, down to the 1 yard line, and we have a brief stoppage of play. And now the head official will signal play on. Ben Davis knocking on the Carmel goal line.
Juwan Swanson here calling his own number.
Handoff up the middle, and this time the Greyhounds are able to bring him down. Luke Conley, Andrew Turvey, take your pick. All sorts of Greyhounds in on the stop.
I tell you what, this is the time for the Carmel defense to take a stand here.
Wiley knocked back for a loss of 3, and he had no gap to run through. We mentioned some plays of the game earlier in this half. This might be the play of the game right now for Carmel. Swanson fakes the pitch, and that one's broken up at the goal line. Owen Schaefer breaking up the pass.
That is a big-time play at the right time. Great knockaway there. It's going to bring up 4th down. I tell you what, if they hold these guys to 3 points, this is an incredible win for the defense right here.
It looks like on the replay, Andrew Turvey tipped the ball first. Owen Schaefer might have had a chance to bring that ball in too. So now we'll see Angel Torres set to kick this field goal. And it is good. A 22-yard field goal for Angel Torres. That matches his season high. Now 3 of 3 on the field goals this season.
I'll tell you, if the good news is if you're Ben Davis, you got something out of that. For Carmel, the good news is you didn't give up the touchdown here. Again, now you have to come out here with your first possession in the second half and establish something down the field. You have to move the ball. You cannot give the ball back to the Giants because they're going to eat up clock and move the football down the field.
Nonetheless, it is still a 3-score game, Darryl, with 9:56 to go in the first half. That drive was 1 minute 58 seconds. But the Giants, with a 3-possession lead and now coming to the field, is a Carmel offense that has shown no signs of life outside of an opening return touchdown.
Again, they have been one-dimensional.
So let's see if this Carmel offense has a fire under their belly coming out of the second half. I'm sure it's a very tall task for offensive coordinator Aaron Hahn to adjust on the fly like this.
It definitely is. Again, you know, when you got a new quarterback step in, that's going to be tough in and itself. But it's a big game. You got a guy who he's got a good week of practice. He does a great job on the JV.
Ball is loose on the ground, and it's picked up by number 8 of Carmel. And that's actually turned out to be a better play than expected. Lawson Sinnis was there to pick up the ball after Barron Smith fumbled.
One word for you, Josh. Fortunate. Wow.
Extremely fortunate. So now Carmel will start at their own 36. About their average starting field possession tonight. And still plenty of time for the Greyhounds to make a comeback here. Now we see Colton Parker in at quarterback right now. On first down, hand off to Zach White, and he slips through defenders, making defenders miss, and he toes the imaginary line past the first down marker and into Ben Davis territory.
That is a great way to start if you're the Carmel Greyhounds there. Zach White just kind of gets the ball, ducks in, bounces it to the left, and just dances down the sideline there.
Gain of 16 for White, one of his better runs of the night. The Ben Davis defense really doing a good job of keying in on Zach White, but you got to remember, you got to play 4 quarters against this kid. Parker's still in at quarterback on first down. Play action, Parker throws it downfield, and that is incomplete. Almost hit Jaden King in stride. The Carmel fans want a call.
They want a flag there because I think there was a little contact there that was not called. Not sure we have that replay, but I think there was a little bit, and they are not happy that it wasn't called.
Well, coming into the season, Colton Parker had only attempted 5 passes all year, only 1 completion.
See Parker here, drops back, gets his feet set, and he just... There's that's pass interference right there. That is contact. That flag should have been launched.
Well, even if there was pass interference, it would have been an offsetting penalty because Carmel got dinged for an illegal formation. So back the Greyhounds up 5 yards back to their own 48-yard line. And it is now first and 15, excuse me. 5 penalties for 45 yards for the Greyhounds. As Barron Smith gets the jet sweep with a lane to the outside, there is a flag on the field. But for right now, Barron Smith is close to the first down.
And this might be coming back again also.
And it is in the area of a hold. So again, if it is a hold, you got to back him up 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
You know, and going back to the previous play, you know, Carmel got the bad deal of that. I mean, if you call a penalty one way, you got to call it the other. As you can see, the fans not happy either.
So back the Greyhounds up even further. Now 6 penalties tonight.
So it's one of those situations, you come out of the locker room, your defense holds the Giants to 3, and your offense is actually coming out, you know, with a little fire in their bellies there. And then all of a sudden, the penalties kind of quelched the fire.
Well, the Greyhounds got a sniff of the Ben Davis Giants territory. Now they are back to their own 38-yard line. Parker keeps it himself. There is another flag on the field, but for now that is a loss of 4 on the play.
So is this going to be against the Greyhounds once again here? Let's see what the officials say.
There's a personal foul.
It's going to be against the Giants. So
against Ben Davis. Well, we'll see in a sec. It is a personal foul. So now mark them up 15 yards. But it should be an automatic first down, right, Darryl?
It should be an automatic first down.
That's only the 4th team penalty on Ben Davis tonight. So 15 yards, and rather than first and forever, it's now 1st and 13 all the way back to the 49-yard line of Carmel. So it is not an automatic first down, or rather an automatic 1st and 10. We'll have to look up the NFHS rulebook once again, Darryl.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have yours with you?
I don't have mine on me. I still need to get my copy. Colton Parker fakes the handoff and takes it himself back into Ben Davis territory, just short of the 40-yard line and close to a first down.
And again, those are the things that Parker brings. You know, he can actually, again, the read option, he can run and move the ball with his legs, a la Zach Osborne. Now we got Lukowski back in the game.
Now we've got Lukowski back in, like you said, so mark the ball at the Ben Davis 41. They need to get to the 37, it appears, for a first down.
And they got to get their receivers involved.
2nd and 3. Lukowski fakes the jet sweep, and he takes it himself up the middle for 2 yards. So now the Greyhounds facing 3rd and 1. Line to gain is the 38-yard line, rather. Another massive 3rd down opportunity coming up. Carmel 1 of 4 from 3rd down in the first half. Barron Smith in motion, and it's a handoff to Zach White. It appears he has the first down. Just enough. Well, we haven't seen the official motion, and now the officials will take a timeout to measure. Well, if you're looking for custom designed apparel for your organization or company, you'll win every time when you team up with the folks at Brand Visions. No order is too small or too large, so before you pay too much, get a quote from Brand Visions. Contact them at brandvisionsllc.com. So we take a closer look at the measurement. It looks short. 4th and inches.
And there should be no question what Carmel's going to do here. They have got to turn and give the ball to Zach White. to pound this thing in and get this first down.
We figure Zach White gaining an inch or two should be a given, but it seems like everything that could go wrong for Carmel tonight has gone wrong. You never know.
Well, we do know this, that Ben Davis is going to have just about everybody in the box there. They're going to try to take that away, but we'll see which team, is going to make the stand here.
Well, if Ben Davis gets the stop here, that could go a long way towards settling the outcome. Jumbo package on 4th and inches. Lukowski to Smith, to White, and he's got the first down and more inside the 30-yard line. Zach White doing what he does best, just plowing defenders left and right.
Lukowski turned and gave him the ball. He just fired up the engines and just shot right through that hole there. Jersey got grabbed, but he falls way forward. Moved the chains for the Carmel Greyhounds.
White needed an inch or two. He got 8 yards. And the Greyhounds still have life as the play clock continuing to tick, approaching 10 seconds.
They might have to get a timeout here because this is going to be close. They're going to have to.
5 seconds on the play clock.
They're going to have to get a timeout here.
Parker gets the snap just before the play clock expires, and he takes it himself. Past the 25 and down around the 22-yard line.
That was very close. I'm not sure if they wanted to do it too often. As we can see, it's starting to tick down again. They reset it, so
there was a play clock issue earlier. Now the officials reset it. As we approach the halfway mark of the third quarter, this drive already consuming almost 4 minutes. Even if Ben Davis does let the Greyhounds score, they are going to let them pay a pretty penny as far as time allotted.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Parker out of the gun on second down. He drops back over the middle, and he overthrows Jaden King once again.
I tell you what, he had him right there. He just let him a little bit further there, ball out of bounds. That's an easy 6 right there.
So now Parker facing 3rd and 3 from the Ben Davis 22. Again, Colton Parker only completing 1 pass coming into tonight. Some substitutions for Carmel as you see Jordan Jones checking in right now, and Parker will remain at quarterback. Play clock at 5 seconds. Barron Smith in motion. Handoff to White. Spins off 1 tackler, spins off 2. It's a foot race to the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown.
He lost the ball there, but they may have called him across the line. They called it a touchdown. It was knocked out of his hand, but again, what a great move by Zach White. Takes it here, takes the contact, spins out of there, and just goes forward. Another hit there, and he's just headed toward the end zone. The ball's knocked away, but he had crossed the line. Touchdown, Carmel.
22 yards for Zach White, his first rushing touchdown tonight. He got one the last time he played Ben Davis. And Spencer Hanna knocks down the PAT. It is back to a 2-score game with 5:25 to go in this contest.
I tell you what, Carmel is showing that they're the true heart there. Absolutely had to go down the field and get something there, and they got a touchdown. They are, like you said, back in this game. Let's go down to Gabe.
Carmel looking for a comeback as Zach White led their team down the field to put some more points on the board. And now let's see if Carmel can complete this comeback later on in the game. Back to you guys upstairs.
Well, the secret is Indianapolis's best hotel choices. The Marriott East team will make sure you are safe and secure during your stay. With amenities like the Skylight Bistro and the Business Center, everything you need is right there on site. And at the Marriott East, a great stay doesn't have to cost a great deal of money. The next time you need a hotel room or a safe place to hold your meeting, contact the folks at the Marriott East, located just off Shadeland on 21st Street in Indianapolis. That was an 8-play, 64-yard drive, taking up 4 minutes and 17 seconds. And the Carmel Greyhounds have cut it down to a 10-point game.
Now it's time for the Carmel defense to come out here and stand just as tall.
Spencer Hanna booting this one away, and it will trickle just short of the goal line, and now it is officially a touchback.
I'll tell you what, he almost put that one right down there, just inside the goal line. But again, like you said, it just trickled over the top of it. Ben Davis ball to 20. How do you slow down this Ben Davis attack, though? That's the question.
Let's take another look at the keys to the drive. Starting off with this Zach White carry on first down to start the third quarter for Carmel. We talked about how Zach White was going to have to be the guy with Zach Osborne, starting quarterback, out tonight. You know, after a slow start in the first half, he got it really rolling in this past series.
Big time run there. He started the drive and he ended it with a touchdown.
Swanson finding Rylan Richardson just short of the first down marker. Richardson had to come back and make that grab. Nonetheless, good play to start off this series.
Definitely, but again, you can't let a guy have that much room there. That ball was in the air forever, and there was not a Carmel defender even close.
Richardson with an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Swanson, hands off. Shaking off one tackler, but Andrew Turvey and Thomas Maurer are in on the stop. Rather, Gavin Hale, but nonetheless, Carmel holding on 2nd and short, going to bring up 3rd down once again.
It's a great job for the defense, you know, just sniffing that out there and stopping that play for a loss in the backfield. Like you said, 3rd down here. It's time for the Carmel defense to stand up.
The last thing you want to do if you're Ben Davis is go 3 and out. You've got the Carmel offense starting to find their groove. You want to at least give the defense some sort of a breather if you're Ben Davis. 3rd and 3 for Swanson. With time, throwing it deep down the field, and that's tipped away. Tamaris Springfield breaks up the pass intended for Rylan Richardson. Ben Davis goes 3 and out.
That was a big time play there. He just waited on that and knocked it away because that could have been, I mean, that was bad. If Ben Davis picks up that first down, you get a chance to run the clock down more. But again, the Carmel defense came out here and they got an opportunity to get the ball back for their offense.
And for the first time since the early minutes of the first quarter, Ben Davis is forced to punt. Reese Hardesty punting for only the 2nd time tonight. Try and pin Carmel back. Low line kick. Takes a Ben Davis bounce. All the way down past the 25. Mark it at the 23-yard line. An excellent punt for Reese Hardesty.
That was a great kick. Kind of pins him back a little bit. But if you think about what Carmel did, they weren't so one-dimensional that last series there. They put Parker in at the quarterback, and so he's got an opportunity. He's got a good arm, but he can also run with it. Kind of the wrinkle, again, we talked about what Osborne brings. And Lukowski just doesn't bring that, and then you can always turn and give the ball to Zach White, and you see what he can do with it.
So 3:57 to go. The Greyhounds need to drive 77 yards to make this a 1-score game. Parker starts with a handoff to Zach White. With some running room, leaps over a defender into the open field.
Zach White
still running past the 30. Stiff arms the defender. He's finally brought down at the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Carmel has found something there. They have found something in this third quarter, and they're exploding it. I'll tell you what, Zach White is the guy right now.
A 61-yard run for Zach White. And Ben Davis could do all they could to try and bottle him up, but you can't bottle him up for 4 quarters.
He's leaping over players down the field. He's cutting it back against the grain there. Picks up a head of steam there, and he just takes off when he hits. And at the end, puts on the stiff arm before he's knocked out of bounds.
Looks like White needs a breather, and I don't blame him after that 61-yard run. Colton Parker still in at quarterback with a full house package on first down. Handoff. Luke Conley with running room.
He might go. Oh!
And a shoestring tackle just before Conley hits the goal line. Now it is 1st and goal for Carmel.
Talk about momentum.
Luke Conley getting the handoff, and he has seldom been used as running back since earlier this season. He was excellent when he was in at running back earlier this season, and you see exactly why with plays like that.
And Zach's back in the game. Who do you think is going to get the ball in this play right here?
1st and 4. Parker
takes it himself.
Foot race to the end zone, and he slips around the line of scrimmage. Maybe give him a yard.
Let's see where they're going to mark him. Where did he go down there? He kind of slipped.
He slid around the 5, so actually the ball will be marked to the 4-yard line, so officially no gain.
Tell you what, I'm giving the ball twice to Zach White here. I got 2 times for him to get to the goal line. I'm betting on him.
But look how quickly the momentum has changed, Darryl. We thought Ben Davis was well in control. All of a sudden, Carmel knocking on the door once again. Parker, handoff to Conley. Touchdown, Carmel Greyhounds!
I tell you what, you can never underestimate, guys that have won the state champions. They're around that program. That's a proud program out there in Carmel. They are right back in this ball game.
Luke Conley from 4 yards out, and the Carmel Greyhounds are within 1 score of either tying or retaking the lead.
And I tell you what, every Ben Davis defender jumped on Zach White. They were keen on him. Great fake right there, great touchdown. 24-21. Here come the Greyhounds.
And for more on that Carmel scoring drive, let's turn it down to Gabe Brown.
Once again, a Carmel-led offense by Zach White putting up some big yards on the board. Carmel are inching closer and closer as they're closing the gap on Ben Davis. And right now it is 21-24, and it seems like whatever coach was fired up about just before the half is starting to pay off. Back to you guys upstairs.
Thank you, Gabe, and let's take a look at the keys to the drive on this past Carmel possession, starting off with Zach White racing for 61 yards.
Leaping over players, getting out there and cutting back like you said. Unbelievable.
He's not going to burn you with this 40 time, but he will wear you out throughout the course of the game, and you see the Ben Davis defense finally starting to break down.
And right here, I thought, wow, that was pretty close. I thought if he stayed up, he may have gotten in.
Conley punctuating that drive that only took 4 plays and 1:33. We've still got a little under 15 minutes of regulation to go, Darryl.
And I tell you what, there's excitement on this Carmel, sideline and in the stands because it was looking very, very different, about 5 or 6 minutes ago.
Fielded at the 5 with the lane. Oh goodness! Here comes Devin Wiley racing down the sideline. He's down just short of the 40.
And I tell you what, and at the end there, he punished 2 Greyhounds right there before he got knocked out of bounds.
Devin Wiley nearly broke this one loose. He's had a good night so far, and he puts the Giants in very favorable field position at the 38. So with 2:14 to go, Darryl, we're starting to see the offense for Ben Davis come back to life a little bit.
But also the Carmel defense is starting to play a lot better here in the 3rd quarter.
Carmel crowd coming to life at Ben Davis High School. Swanson on 1st down. Rifles a pass to his man, past midfield, and that's a 1st down for the Giants. Dalen Carnell coming over to receiver, gets his first grab of the night.
I tell you, we knew we were going to have a good game here tonight. This is really a good chess match.
We knew heading into this game it would not be a one-sided affair, and the prediction rang true, Darryl. A gain of 14 for Dalen Carnell, of course, heading to Missouri next year to play defensive back. Swanson on 1st down, play action. Finds his man over the middle, Donnell Mason. And he's inside the 35, an excellent grab for the Ben Davis Giants.
I tell you what, he just found a little spot there, and Swanson just put the ball right there where it needed to be. Great pickup.
Ball marked at the 32, a gain of 16 for Mason. Again, another solid performance for the wideout and defensive back tonight. Now the man in motion, Dylan Moore. He gets the jet sweep. Racing past defenders and down inside the 25-yard line. That was actually Donnell Mason on the jet sweep.
As you can see here, just finds a little spot there and just gets through and got what he could before he was knocked down. But how about that Ben Davis offense? You know, they just, settled down and said, let's just get back to what we were doing, what worked in the first half, and they're moving the football just as they were.
That was a gain of 9 for Mason as Ben Davis faces 2nd and inches. Clock under a minute in the third quarter. Another play action over the middle, an excellent grab in traffic. And Rylan Richardson puts the Ben Davis Giants in the red zone once again.
You talk about putting the ball in an open window. That's all he had there, right before it closed, and he put the ball right there on the numbers.
Had to squeeze that between Tamaris Springfield and Gavin Hale. And with under 40 seconds to go, Ben Davis has time for at least 1, maybe 2 more plays before the end of the quarter. Swanson has to sprint back. The play clock is at 10 seconds. First and goal at the 9-yard line. Play clock at 3. Swanson takes it himself. And he's down at the 8-yard line, maybe a gain of 1.
That's going to close out the quarter here. We're going to go into the fourth quarter.
And an excellent third quarter for Carmel after finding themselves down 24-7. The Greyhounds have clawed their way back, scoring 14 unanswered. And we've got a 24-21 ball game. Let's take a look now at the keys to the drive for the Ben Davis Giants as they are knocking on the door once again for Carmel.
Swanson again doing it with his arm. They're making great decisions, moving the ball down the field for the Giants.
Another play right there. Donnell Mason making a couple of key grabs inside Carmel territory. And then we saw, of course, Rylan Richardson with a big grab, and we've got more action coming up right after this. And back from Ben Davis High School alongside Daryl Morton, I'm Josh Ayen. And if you were just joining us, what a ball game it has been. The Carmel Greyhounds racing out of the gates with an opening return touchdown, leading 7-0. And then the Giants answered right back, scoring 3 unanswered touchdowns. They took a 21-7 lead in the half, led by as many as 17, thanks to an Angel Torres field goal in the early third quarter. But then it has been all Carmel ever since. But now Ben Davis finds themselves in familiar territory in the Carmel red zone, facing 2nd and 8.
Again, this is huge for the Carmel defense here. You got to come up with a stop here. Got to come up with a stop.
Carmel showing blitz on 2nd and goal. Swanson looking left side, and that is intercepted!
Oh, did he
incomplete. He just dropped it. Owen Schaefer nearly came up with the interception. But what? That would have been a game changer if Schaefer was able to hang on to it.
I'll tell you what, it was right there. He had it in his hands. I'm not sure if it was knocked away at the last minute. No, he just dropped it there.
Actually, it looked like better defense by Donnell Mason, who had to bat the ball away. But nonetheless, Owen Schaefer had the better position on the ball. He leads the team this season with 4 interceptions. Or tied for the lead, rather, with Tamaris Springfield. So 3rd and goal. 5 seconds on the play clock. Swanson with time up the middle, and he's swallowed up once again. Luke Conley and Thomas Maurer are a couple of guys that made the stop. You also see Scott Hudson, so now we're going to see the field goal unit come out once again. and make it potentially a 6-point game.
Now, I tell you what, how about the Carmel defense? Not only on this drive here, but the last one. If they can hold these guys to 3 points, this is amazing, which it seems like that's what they're going to do here.
So the ball marked at the 15-yard line to add 10. It is a 25-yard field goal for Angel Torres. The kick is up, and it is pure. Angel Torres remains perfect for the season, 4 for 4. The Ben Davis Giants extend their lead 27-21.
But I tell you what, again, that's a win for the Carmel defense. So now you get the offense, the ball back to your offense, and they have an opportunity to take the lead if they go down here and put 6 on the board, well, 7 on the board.
We have a final from Center Grove High School. The Center Grove Trojans are going back to the semi-state. They will take on the winner of this game between Carmel and Ben Davis. Regardless of the outcome, the winner of this game is hosting Center Grove next Friday night. A trip to Lucas Oil Stadium is on the line.
That is huge. I tell you what, that game out there was over pretty quick. Was that a 15 or 20-minute game?
It was a 29 score last time I checked. I don't know the exact final score. I just got notification from our production crew. And you thought Warren Central might have been able to make this a game, but the final score was actually, I'm just getting word now, 38-0.
Wow.
And, of course, the winner of this game gets the reward, I should say, of playing Center Grove.
The Center Grove Trojans.
Reese Hardesty with another squib kick. And it'll be fielded by Barron Smith around the 13-yard line. Remember, he returned the opening kick 95 yards, and another excellent return for Barron Smith all the way out to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, they have done the special teams for Carmel has done a great job tonight in getting their offense great field position.
So Ben Davis leading by 6. And the Carmel Greyhounds now coming to the field after having no life in the first half, have scored on their first 2 possessions of the second half. Thanks in large part to Colton Parker and that man on your screen, number 40, Zach White.
That's a big change. Again, the Carmel offense has kind of changed things. Again, putting Parker back there, letting him do the read option, and things have changed quite a bit here in the third quarter.
Parker fakes the handoff to Barron Smith, and he is down at the 39-yard line for no gain. Plenty of time remaining, under 11 minutes to go. Time not a factor yet.
It's not, but if you're Carmel, you want to pick up a couple of first downs, so you want to move the football. You don't want to give it back to that offense on the other side.
That Ben Davis defense doing so well in the first half has let a couple of big plays go, including a massive run or two to Zach White. Parker out of the gun once again. Barron Smith, the man in motion. This time Parker takes it himself, eludes one defender, and racing down the Ben Davis sideline, he's got the first down around midfield.
And again, that is what Parker brings.
Parker got 11 yards on that scramble, enough for a first down. That's exactly what Parker could bring as that read option quarterback. He did get some limited quarterback experience earlier in his career, but then he eventually made the shift over to wide receiver. So Parker facing first down, Smith once again in motion. This time it goes back to Zach White, and the Ben Davis defense stifles that run for a gain of 3.
See, the Carmel Greyhounds are finding various ways to run the football. They haven't done much with the passing attack tonight, so that's what's gotten them back in this game, and potentially that's what's going to get the win for them.
That's been the bread and butter of John Hebert's program, running the football, regardless of who has it, the running back, the quarterback, or receiver. They have found a way to get the running game going in this second half. Read option on second down, pitch to Zach White. And he's got a few more yards on that carry, bringing up 3rd and short. Ball will be marked just outside of the 42-yard line. Give Zach White 5 more yards. So 3rd and a long 2. On the night, Carmel is 1 of 5 on 3rd down, Darryl.
And this is going to be a huge, huge 3rd down here.
Parker out of the shotgun. Smith, the man in motion. It's back to White, and he's bottled up.
He's not going to get there. He's not going to get there.
The Ben Davis Giants get the stop. No gain on the play for Zach White. Dylan Moore, one of the men on the tackle, and an excellent job, as you see on this replay.
There was just nowhere for him to go there. Ben Davis was all over there. They had every gap filled.
So back, it's actually all the way back to the 42. So yeah, no gain. The offense is going to huddle up with 15 seconds to go on the play clock. John Hebert might have to use a timeout.
He may have to here because he's not going to get this play off. It's going to be close.
Full house set, 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Parker to Conley,
Nothing.
And he's bottled up! The Ben Davis Giants hold on downs.
That is a huge defensive stop there.
What a job by the Ben Davis defense. A unit that has had to be relied on all season. They live up to the billing. Just look at the stop made by Dylan Moore. Getting it done on offense and defense tonight.
That young man is having a tremendous game there. He just shot through there, and he just stood that play up and waited for his buddies there to totally shut it down. I tell you, that was a big play. Now let's see if the Carmel defense can come out here and put up a similar kind of a stop here, because they got to get the ball back for their offense with 7:55 left. It's not going to be too many more opportunities.
You said it, Darryl. Ben Davis not in the clear yet. They do have possession, though, and a 6-point lead.
And there's a penalty to start this drive.
Only going to be the 5th penalty on the night for Ben Davis. 5 for 45 yards after this false start. That is not how you want to start this drive if you're Ben Davis. So back the Giants all the way to their 39-yard line. Still decent field position. But you want to try and make this a two-score game. Quick throw, and that was an errant pass intended for Donnell Mason. Looked like Swanson was a bit shaken up on that play.
Yeah, he was, but he didn't get his feet set. He kind of got rid of that a little early because the Carmel defenders were coming down. They were bearing down on him. Let's see. Actually, no, he just kind of let that, it just kind of slipped out of his hand there.
You got to keep in mind that Swanson is still a junior, so he'll still have those errant passes at times. But for the most part, Swanson has played an excellent ballgame. 2nd and long. Draw play up the middle. Devin Wiley weaving through traffic. He's past the original line of scrimmage to the Ben Davis 46-yard line.
And this is going to be a big 3rd down here.
Gain of 7 on that play. 3rd and 8. Need to get to the Carmel 46 for a 1st down. Swanson fakes the pitch. In trouble. Has to get rid of it. And Devin Wiley gets bottled up. Rather, Dylan Moore. No, that is Devin Wiley. Devin Wiley with no gain on the play, so 3 and out. The Carmel defense does their job.
Definitely did their job here. Great look, and there was just nothing there.
So now 3 and out. Reese Hardesty has to come out and punt for the 3rd time today. 2nd time in this half.
And Carmel, this is the time to do it here with 6:41 left. This is the drive right here. This is the season.
Hardesty gets this one away. Solomon Williams back to return, and that takes a friendly bounce for Ben Davis, going all the way to the 11-yard line. So if Carmel is going to retake the lead in this game, they're going to have to drive 89 yards in almost 6.5 minutes.
I guess the good thing is they got one guy that can give the ball, number 40, to get it down the field pretty quickly.
Well, of course, a lot of big plays tonight, and don't forget, folks, to tune in on Tuesday night when the MIC Network reveals their picks for the offensive and defensive players of the year. That is Tuesday night at 7:15 p.m. Handoff on first down, Zach White with running room. Slips through defenders and still trucking his way down to the 35-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Carmel wins this game, that guy right there is certainly in the running for the player of this game there. He just finds a hole there. Again, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but he picks his spots and he gets through there, and he picks up a first down and moves the chains again for the Greyhounds.
Zach White over the century mark on rushing yards after that 24-yard run. And Parker on first down gives it back to White. This time the Ben Davis defense does their job. Keoke Toomer, one of the guys on that stop, along with Tavon Williamson. Time ticking away past the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Again, Carmel not in any serious clock trouble yet. However, that is something to keep an eye on.
Well, this is absolutely the drive. They've got to get it done on this drive here.
Carmel with all three of their timeouts still on 2nd and long. Back to Zach White, makes the first defender miss.
And he's going down there, so.
And the forward progress is marked at the 37-yard line. Only a gain of 2, so third down coming up once again. And again, I've mentioned this a couple of times already, Darryl. Carmel is 1 of 6 on third down tonight.
And they haven't thrown the ball much at all, and that's, Ben Davis knows that it's 3rd and 7, obviously typically a passing down here, but they haven't found, that, anybody in terms of the quarterback can hit any receiver in this situation. Let's see what happens here with Parker.
Play action, here comes the blitz. Heaving it downfield, that's nearly intercepted. And Jaden King was the only guy in the area. Charles Knuckles bats that ball away.
And he had to get rid of that fast because he was getting a lot of pressure there, and that ball was just knocked away. Like you said, almost picked off.
So Colton Parker very disappointed, of course. Has to come off the field. John Hebert gonna punt this one away. There is still time. Again, Carmel has all 3 of their timeouts. Owen Schaefer gets this one away. Another high towering kick. And that takes a Ben Davis bounce towards the 35-yard line. Officially the 34, and that is where the Giants will set up for their 5th possession of the second half.
And now we're getting into money time here. I mean, if you're Ben Davis, just move the ball down the field, eat up clock, move the chains. If you're Carmel, you have got to come up with a stand here. Again, it's coming down to, this season. You have to come out there. This is when you want to make the stand. Defending state champs, let's see what you got.
Cards have been stacked against Carmel all night. Again, down their starting quarterback in Zach Osborne, down their starting left guard and all-conference left guard in Justin Pickett. And yet the Greyhounds find themselves with an opportunity to come away with the win, but they have to get Ben Davis off the field. And on first down, a solid gain for Devin Wiley, who keeps pushing the pile and is finally whistled down.
And the fans are screaming, blow the whistle, stop the clock.
So after a gain of 3 for Wiley, Ben Davis in no rush to get another snap off before the play clock hits 0.
And the game clock continues to move.
Again, Carmel with all 3 of their timeouts. John Hebert holding on to them for right now. Swanson out of the gun on 2nd and medium. Time to throw. That is incomplete. No flags on the play. And Dylan Moore is down on the turf, and that would be a massive loss if he cannot play the rest of this game.
Looks like, ooh, he just came down a little at a bad angle there.
Well, while the trainers tend to Dylan Moore, let's step aside for a moment.
We believe you can't put a price on peace of mind, so we don't. With Tom Wood's lifetime powertrain coverage, you're protected for unlimited miles and unlimited time, all at no cost to you.
Back in action, 3rd and 7 for Ben Davis. Swanson back to pass, and that is broken up on the play. Tamaris Springfield once again bats that ball away.
Again, Carmel defense is putting up a good show here. 4th down and 7.
So a 3 and out for Ben Davis. While we were away, Dylan Moore walked off gingerly. Let's hope he is okay, maybe get some more details later in this game. But Ben Davis not even using a full minute on that possession.
I'll tell you what, that was again, a great defensive stand here, but now it's time. This is the last opportunity for the Carmel offense with 3:12.
Hardesty set to punt away. And he gets this one off cleanly. Another good bounce. Reese Hardesty has done an excellent job in the field possession game today.
I tell you what, that's one of those, you got to catch that ball. You can't let that bounce get by you there. You can't do that.
Now, Darryl, before Carmel retakes the field, do you agree with the play calling with Jason Simmons electing to go with 2 passes on 2nd and 3rd down instead of running the clock and letting John Hebert flush some of those timeouts?
Well, again, I'm going to make them flush timeouts. They run the ball. You've been effective pretty much, the game, for the whole game. You didn't use hardly any clock here. You gave Carmel a gift.
3 minutes and 8 seconds remain. Carmel with all 3 timeouts, and they need to drive 83 yards to retake the lead. Colton Parker starts with the ball on 1st down. And he gets a few yards out to the 20-yard line, gain of 3. Clock continuing to run. Carmel not using any of their timeouts yet. The passing game has been a non-factor throughout most of the night. You would think there'd be some more urgency at this point, Darryl. The clock continues to run.
I am a little bit concerned that they are taking a long time to get the plays in.
Parker sends his man in motion. Play action, in trouble, and he's swallowed up in the backfield. The guy that made the stop is number 37 for Ben Davis, Larry Williams.
And the clock continues to run. Again, you take a long time getting the play in, and then you get that kind of result here. You're going to bring up a 3rd down and 15. You got to get the ball down the field. You got to get it down the field.
I take that back, 97. It's so hard to read these numbers sometimes. That is 97. Latarian Golden on the stop for Ben Davis. Now 2.5 sacks on the year. Carmel facing 3rd and 15. Parker back to throw over the middle. Caught by Jaden King. He's down short of the 1st down marker, but it is a much more manageable 4th down coming up.
This is the ball game right here.
This is just about close to ball game here. Gain of 13. And we've got a timeout on the field finally. Believe this is the first timeout now for Carmel. Yes, that is Carmel's first timeout of the half. So with 92 seconds left, Carmel needs to get to the 27-yard line. If they don't get the stop, things are looking pretty grim.
I'll tell you what, you have the defending state champs having to make a play here to get the first down. And grim is the word to use here because they won't get the ball back. I can't see Ben Davis. They will run the ball at that point. And then they're actually already pretty much in field goal range if they need it.
Now, if you're John Hebert in the huddle, who do you give the ball to on this play?
Well, the thing is, Ben Davis knows there's going to be a run because the passing game is non-existent tonight. But to me, I'd say give it to Zach White. But Ben Davis is expecting Zach White. You know, they scored the touchdown earlier where they used him as a decoy. Do you use him as a decoy here? Perhaps. But also, Parker's got an option. That's why you take Lukowski out, and Parker's been playing in the second half there because he can also get it done with his legs.
Well, it's Parker and White in the backfield, 4th and 2. Carmel needs to get to the 27-yard line to keep their season alive. And waiting for the official signal to resume play. Tension's high on both sides right now. The few fans that made it today on their feet. Jordan Jones in motion, 4th down. Zach White up the middle, and he's got the first down to the 30-yard line. Clock stops momentarily.
I'll tell you what, Zach running hard through the hole, picking up the first down there.
Carmel now 1 of 2 on 4th down attempts tonight. Ball is officially marked at the 29 for a gain of 4. And now the clock is running 1:20 and counting. Greyhounds have to move.
They're going to have to start passing the football.
Parker back to throw, completes it to Jaden King. First down and more, past the 40-yard line. Jaden King with a gain of 12. Chains moving once again, and the clock stops while the chains reset.
And that ball did float out there. I'm surprised I'm surprised that ball.
It was actually Leighton Lukowski back in at quarterback, trying to switch between the run and the pass. Lukowski a slightly better thrower than Parker.
Well, you actually get an opportunity to put Parker in the offense because Parker can make plays down the field. That's why you want to do that.
Lukowski now with an empty backfield, 1st down. Here comes the blitz. Throw downfield, nearly intercepted. Dalen Carnell climbing the imaginary ladder, but he couldn't quite come down with the grab.
And I tell you what, look who he was targeting there. He was targeting Parker there. Oh.
Looked like Parker just lost track of the ball. The only bright side is that the clock stops with 1:01 to go. Carmel still needs to drive 59 yards in the span of 1 minute, 1 second.
You got to pick up the first down to get another set of downs here.
Looking downfield, in trouble again. And Lukowski just has to get rid of it. Smart play. That play took 7 seconds off the clock, so now Carmel facing another 3rd down. I sound like a broken record here, Daryl, but only, again, 1 3rd down conversion all night.
Well, you know, you still have time. I'd like to see Carmel run some things underneath. You don't have to go down the field and try to get 30 and 40 yards. You need 10, to start, another set of downs there.
So 3rd and 10.
And he doesn't have the time to get back and throw it far, but you can get those quick dinks and dumps.
Lukowski in trouble. And he spins around, wrestled down, no gain on the play. Carmel has to use their 2nd timeout. And the margin for error is down to 1 play for the Greyhounds.
It is, and again, you can see Lukowski drop back. Get rid of it. You got to get rid of the ball very quickly. At this point, it's too late there, and Ben Davis is bearing down on you, and the tackles are made, and the sack is made in the backfield. you got to do a better job of getting rid of the ball. But again, this is down to the final play, and the game plan is this: you need 10 yards to extend the game. You don't need to go way down. You don't need to go down and try to get 6 here. Get 10 to extend the game. If not, bye-bye.
So an obvious passing situation here, Daryl. I'm going to put the same question on you. Who do you target on 4th and 10?
I'm going to Parker. I mean, Parker is very effective. We've seen him with Osborne running those kind of slant routes. We haven't seen that tonight. I haven't seen Carmel try it at all last night, but that is something that they're very good at. But again, the person throwing the ball was Osborne.
So Carmel down to their final timeout, facing 4th and 11. They need to get to the Ben Davis 49 to keep their season alive. Otherwise, at this point, with only one timeout, this is pretty much the ball game.
This is the ball game right here.
Carmel's season hinging on one play. Can Carmel continue their hopes on this drive, or can Ben Davis head back to the semi-state for the second time in as many years?
The defending state champs.
We've got another timeout on the field. Ben Davis will use their first timeout of the second half. Again, talk about as even of a rivalry. 23-23 apiece. These two teams have met 4 times in the postseason heading into tonight. That's tied at 2-2 apiece. And Carmel has the edge in the regional round as they have only met once in regional play. They won that game back in 2011, winning 11-9.
And then talk about even. So if Ben Davis gets this tonight, then they're even there too. So again, 2 very good programs.
Again, 2 of the most historically winningest programs in the MIC. You saw, as far as the teams remaining heading into tonight's round, you had the 4 historic powers of the MIC. And Ben Davis, Carmel, Warren Central, and Center Grove. Again, even with teams like Ben Davis and Warren Central having a down regular season, they still find a way to win when it matters most in the month of November.
Tradition. Those programs are built on tradition, and they know how to get it done. We thought this was going to be the year of the Lawrence North, the Wildcats, and they ran into a Warren team. Here we go.
Here we go indeed, Daryl. 4th and 11. Lukowski running out of time, and he's wrestled down. That is it! Keoke Toomer and Letarian Golden make the stop. Carmel turns it over on downs, and with 39 seconds to go, the Ben Davis Giants are on their way back to the semi-state round.
And we will have a new state champion. Again, he just held onto the ball too long, and that was doomed on this very possession by the Carmel Greyhounds. 3 of the 4 snaps, the quarterback just held on the ball just a little bit too long. Again, I'd like to see him run something that take a little bit less time to develop there. That just takes too long, those long plays, to develop down the field. And again, you see the result. Ben Davis can take a snap here.
Again, with 1 timeout left for Carmel and only 39 seconds to go, that is basically the ball game right there.
It's the ball game.
But what a job by Ben Davis. So many similars to last season when Ben Davis started the year 1-3 in the regular season. They had a very similar start, starting 1-3. But all of a sudden, a win against Warren Central in the regular season in the Circle City Showdown sort of turned things around for them. Despite the fact that Ben Davis finished this year with a 4-5 regular season record, their lowest point of the year was actually in their Week 7 game at Carmel. And Jason Simmons admitted that it was a low point for the season, just the overall confidence level, the lack of execution. It was an all-time low for this season. And the fact that the Giants were able to extend their winning streak to 5 games and do it against the very team that they lost their last game to, there's a little bit of poetic justice in that.
Definitely a poetic justice there. Again, hats off to Ben Davis. They came out here tonight, played really good football. But I tell you what, you have to say, a lot for the Carmel Greyhounds too. They outscored Ben Davis in the second half, 14-6. Ben Davis held on to win this thing. This was a good ball game for both teams.
So we officially will have a new state champion in the year of 2020. The 2019 Class 6A state champions go down tonight, losing to Ben Davis in the regional round 27-21. An excellent game played by both sides, and hats off to Carmel for coming back after being down by as many as 17. But for the second time in as many years, Darryl, Ben Davis and Center Grove will meet with a chance to go to Lucas Oil Stadium and play for a state title.
And I tell you what, that's going to be a tremendous game. So I look forward to that game.
We now throw it down to the third member of our broadcast crew, Gabe Brown, who is with our MIC Network player of the game, the quarterback, Jawan Swanson.
You can if you want. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Jawan Swanson. Now, you just had one fantastic game, and you guys just won 27-21 against the Carmel Greyhounds. And now you guys are actually, one could say, better than them because you have 24 wins and they only have 23 over you guys. Now, how does that feel?
It feels great. I mean, our team came out here, did our best, played our hardest, and tried to get the job done, and then we came out here and did it.
Now, obviously, Carmel started off with a great start. They took one to the house on the first play of the game. What were you telling your team to get them back in the game and to ultimately come off with the win?
It's okay. It's just the first play. I mean, we still got plenty more plays to go.
And now you guys have a couple more games left in the season. Now, what is your mindset, and what are you going to do to make sure you guys come off with the wins?
We're going to focus on the next one and then focus on after that.
All right, well, congratulations on the win, and good luck on the rest of your season. All right, there you guys have it. Back to you guys upstairs.
So there you have it. Jawan Swanson, your MIC Network player of the game. 3 total touchdowns tonight. 2 through the air and 1 on the ground. And Darryl, we knew heading into this game it was going to be a back-and-forth affair between Carmel and Ben Davis. We got that tonight, but hats off to Ben Davis for really taking charge and being able to shake off an early struggle after that opening return touchdown.
Well, you talk about poise. I mean, Swanson kept them in the game. Like he said, with the interview with Gabe, hey, look, it was just one play. Let's just get out there and play football. And that's what he did. And the Ben Davis showed that they had a lot of different, people who can beat you, down the field. And Swanson found them. He did some tremendous things with his legs. And how about the Ben Davis defense? They did a tremendous job tonight. And Carmel, just didn't have enough tonight. But again, a good, even game, which is what we thought we'd see.
And again, hats off to the Carmel Greyhounds. Down a couple of starters in Zach Osborne and Justin Pickett, but they were able to claw their way back because, let's face it, we know exactly how talented this Carmel team is. We know how talented this program has been. You knew they weren't going to go away quietly into the night.
Well, how about Hebert? You lose 2 big pieces, out of your offensive attack there, and he found a way to get these guys motivated, and he found some guys out there to get the job done. Again, at halftime, Carmel looked like they were out of it, and he, whatever he said to them, he got them back in the game, and they put themselves in a position to almost win this thing.
Well, again, it started off with that 95-yard return touchdown by Barron Smith. And after Jawan Swanson threw an early interception to Tamara Springfield, the Greyhounds were knocking on the door once again. You thought by that point, the game was going to break open for Carmel instead. But Ben Davis, they found a way to not only shake off that interception, they forced a missed field goal by Spencer Hanna. That's when things really started to get clicking for the Giants.
The Giant defense really did a tremendous job tonight. The biggest play for me is after the interception by Carmel is the penalty right after that, because Carmel was set up very nicely to go up 14-0. Penalty, and then Ben Davis shuts them down, and then that really started the momentum for the Ben Davis Giants.
As you see right here, Zach White, he had his struggles in the first half, but he really found a way to get it going and kept Carmel in the ball game despite their offensive struggles in the passing game.
He did. Carmel was pretty much one-dimensional tonight. With Lukowski on the field, they were one-dimensional. But, again, when you put Parker back there and you give Zach an opportunity to kind of, we'll give Parker the chance to do the read option, and he hands the ball to Zach, and he runs with a head of steam like I haven't seen anybody in a long time. He gets it done.
And another guy to give credit to tonight, that man right there, Dylan Moore, What a job he did, both offensively and
defensively right there. Like I said, he's out there collecting bodies. That was a tremendous hit right there.
It really took a total team effort to take down the reigning, well, now no longer reigning Class 6A state champs. And you hope with Dylan Moore, we know he went down with an injury towards the end of that game. You hope he'll be all right and hope he'll be able to recover fast enough in time for the next week's semi-state against Center Grove.
Well, this time of year, you want to be able to have the luxury of having all your players that have helped you along the way. Carmel didn't have that tonight. And, again, Ben Davis, hats off to them, a great job. They're moving on. They'll play here next week against.
And I know with Center Grove, too, you know they're going to be an early favorite for this one. But if Jawan Swanson can play like he did tonight, you got to think the Giants might have a fighting chance in this one.
Well, again, they had a couple of different things that they were running at Carmel. So they would beat them with the run, beat them with the receivers, beat them with the quarterback legs. I mean, this should be a pretty good game.
Should be an absolutely fantastic contest again for next week's semi-state. Don't forget, folks, next week the MIC Network will be announcing their picks for the offensive and defensive players of the year next Tuesday night at 7:15. Of course, we'll be streaming that live on all of our platforms, Facebook, YouTube, as well as our website, themicnetwork.in. Before we wrap up tonight, I do want to leave a quick word, as tonight is actually my final broadcast with the MIC Network, and just want to have a couple of words as, again, this is my last game calling with Daryl Morton Jr. He has been an absolute pleasure to work with, and as I look back on, where I started just over 2 years ago, I look back on my very first game. I was actually the sideline reporter in a game between Warren Central and Center Grove. Looking back on that tape, I just keep thinking I was such a nervous wreck in that game. And coincidentally enough, the very first play-by-play game I did was between Ben Davis and Avon. I felt like it was fitting that tonight would be the final game that I would call the MIC Network. I'm actually moving on to the next chapter of my broadcasting career, and I know, like so many others before me, they've been able to establish themselves in the media production industry, broadcasting, you name it, thanks to the folks here at Frontrunner Media, and hats off to Dennis Jarrett and Gary Naylor and all the people that have helped make the MIC Network and Frontrunner Media possible, and the Frontrunner Media Next Generation. They've been excellent people. I know they've been doing this way before I got here, and they will continue to do an excellent job well after I leave here tonight. So again, final score tonight, 27-21. The Ben Davis Giants are going back to the semi-state. For Daryl Morton, Gabe Brown.
Hang on before you go. Let me just say this, Josh. Hang on. Hey, I've watched you come in here, Josh, day one and work. You're one of the hardest workers that we have here at the MIC Network. You will do a tremendous job at the next level. I'm happy for you. You left your mark here, and we're going to miss you around here. And we did get you a cake, and the crew ate it before you get down to the truck. So.
Oh, man, that's okay. I'd be okay without that cake anyway. Well, Daryl, I'm certainly going to miss calling games with you, along with plenty of the other on-air talent here. I know Travis Brown, Logan Hunt, Zion Brown, you name all the folks that have been through this on-air talent team again. I know the folks here have done an outstanding job well before I got here. They will continue to do an excellent job well after I'm done here. So, again, final score tonight, 27-21. The Ben Davis Giants are going back to the semi-state round. For Daryl Morton, Gabe Brown, and the rest of our fantastic Frontrunner Media crew, we want to wish you all a good night.
The MIC Network Game of the Week is brought to you by the Tomwood Automotive Group, Papa John's, Marriott East Indianapolis, Grand Visions, and Frontrunner Media. You can watch the MIC Network Game of the Week on the MIC Network website, IndyStar.com, and WTHR Facebook Live.